Yeah, you already know. Accountability is greater than entertainment. For sure it is. Poindexter Lounge, I see you out there, player. I see you. Keep up the good work. Keep doing what you do.
What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Vet, and it is good to have you with me in the lounge tonight. I had a little bit of a little mishap. StreamYard's been acting a little strange lately, I gotta say, and I don't have any sound there from, and I'm trying to figure out what was going on. But hey, we're here now, and we're having fun. And hey, if this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me and my crew can get together and talk about all the things that we love. Things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And if those are things that you love, if those are things that get your mojo rising, if those are things that get you to want to leave your country of origin, come over to America, find a wife that really loves you for you and not for your money, then ladies and gentlemen, you have found the right place here at the Poindexter Lounge. So please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. And then that way you will be a part of this growing community of nerds and wonderful people. Because like I tell you you guys so many times, you guys make the Poindexter Lounge special. You really do. Everybody who comes to the channel and you guys talk in the chat, or whether you join me on the stream, or you do we do the call-in show and you ask me questions and all that stuff. You guys make the show. And without you guys, I'm just literally staring at a camera or the wall. And but with you guys, we have fun and we enjoy our time together. And by the time it's done, we've smiled, we've laughed, we've just had a good time. And that's what I want to do. I want to make content that leaves people feeling like they had a good time and that they're appreciated. And I hope that that's what you get when you come here to the lounge, because that's what we're trying to give you. So please hit that subscribe button. And if you hit that notification bell, then you'll be aware when we go live and when we have videos like this. And that's a very important thing. And that keeps us going. Also, if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. If you're here in the chat, whatever, just right now, just go give us a thumbs up. That really helps the channel. It helps tell YouTube that people like our content, that people are watching our content, and that what we do is viable. And it may seem like a simple thing, but it really does help as far as getting our video out there to more people. And that's what we really want. We want to reach as many people as we possibly can. That being said, like I said, I'm just always grateful to all of you who come back. I want to say a quick shout out here to all of our Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. You're fantastic. I am always humbled when I realize that there are people out there who are supporting us, who believe in what we're doing here. And so I appreciate each and every one of you guys on this list, and everyone who gives a super chat. You guys are awesome as well. And also thank you to all of our members. Yes, we have memberships now. You can join the Poindexter Lounge, and there's so many awesome little levels of different things, all the way from just $1.99 a month to all the way up to actually $29.99 a month, where you will literally get a t-shirt every month. And so thank you to all of our members, and why don't you consider becoming a member? And if you do, you get all kinds of cool emoticons, you get badges, like you get the new member badge right here, and then every month you get a new badge, and like I said, you get these cool emoticons. You can punch people in the face. You can be like Landon and just be screaming, yelling. You can have the super one. There's all kinds of them, and we'd love to have you consider that for sure. Now, that being said, also, oh yes, one more thing. For those of you who do become members or Patreons, patrons, or given the super chats every month, we give back. We don't just want to take your money. That's not what we're about here. The only reason I mention this stuff is because you guys have asked for it, so I give you guys what you asked for. But we also have this month, every month we do a giveaway for all of our supporters. And so this month's giveaway is the Matrix trilogy on Blu-ray. There you go, a triple feature of Matrix. And hey, they're making Matrix 4, so you're going to want to get caught up or just rewatch them again, And then also we've got the Animatrix here for you that That way you can watch that and have some fun. And if you haven't seen this, this is great. It goes along with this so well. It's not just a throwaway thing. It actually tells you how the Matrix was started. And like I've said, spoiler alert, the humans aren't the good guys, as you may have thought in the movie. So I'll just leave it at that. Anyways, thank you guys so much again for your support, and thank you guys for just coming and watching the videos, because that's what we're all about here. We're all just about having fun, watching the videos, participating. And so I know that a lot of you guys are here already, and you're down there in the chat, and I'm just grateful to all of you for sure. All right, so we are going to bring in my good buddy. You love him. Cylon Scotty absolutely adores this guy because, he's all into all things Cylon. And so here you go, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the deep Nevada desert out in the middle there where the UFOs fly and the military does all their testing. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brian, Master of None.
Hey,
what's going on, Brian? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic, guys. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man.
All right.
It's always a good time to be a nerd. I gotta say, this is
very true. Very true.
Yes, heck yeah. Now I noticed a couple of things, and so I want to get to them right away. Something I just noticed here. First of all, Jeff Glatfelty out of nowhere with a $4.99 super chat. He didn't even say anything. But you know what? Dude, you're awesome. We haven't even done anything yet. And I appreciate your support. I feel like, Brian, now I got it, now I'm like, oh, I got to do something, right? But thank you, Jeff. You are awesome. You're an awesome member here.
Get some, man.
Oh, absolutely. I see some different people in here. What's up, Pelican? Good to see you. He says, Enosh. I know, man. It's been a while. I haven't talked to you in a while. Now, Brian, I don't know if you're familiar with Pelican, but when I first started doing these kind of chats where I had other people on stuff, we first started out using Zoom, because we had what we had. And the fun thing was he came on in one of my very first shows. We talked about conspiracy theories and stuff out in the Nevada desert.
I love a good conspiracy theory. They're always fun. I mean, it's just, there's always a tinge of truth,
Heck yeah. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I do want to say hello to a couple people. And you know what? I just noticed something, and I gotta check this because I'll be honest with you, man. I haven't checked this in a minute. Because I forget that I guess, people can become members even, I guess when we're not doing videos. I don't know. I gotta check this out. I don't know, because I'm seeing stuff, and I want to give kudos and thanks, right? Where kudos and thanks are needed for sure. And so whoops, I'm picking the wrong thing here. I'm trying to see here. Okay. So we're gonna check our memberships, because I want to say hello to any new members that we have, and it looks like we may have a couple of new members. We certainly do. I want to say thank you to, he's here, and I saw the little thing, so I wanted to make sure. But yes, Ambassadorial Wing. Thank you, buddy, for being a member.
Ambassador.
Awesome. The ambassador is a new member. Thank you so much. And of course, our good friend Tony is also an ambassador.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Fantastic.
Tony is here too. And so you guys will definitely be going on the list, and you're always welcome here in the lounge. Everybody's welcome here in the lounge. But thank you guys especially for that. What a great way to start out, right? So
always a good time to be had,
So yes. So hey, what's up, Andrew? Good to see you, man. You know what? We may do some calls because I got a couple of things I want to talk about for sure that Brian and I are going to talk about, and then we may bring you in for sure. Yeah. Ambassadorial Wing, hey, thanks again, man. He says not sure, but we'll see. I know, it feels like it's been a while since I've talked with some of you guys, so I definitely want to do that. You guys were talking there for a minute, and then see Jeff Glatfelty came in, so hello to you again. What's up, Richard? Oh, I love. Do you see the icon there, man? That's nice. Oh, I love that icon. I wish I could click on the icon and bring the up, the icon to show people. Richard's watching via Facebook tonight. So thank you.
Nice.
We're simulcasting right there on Facebook as well. And what's up, Melissa from Melissa's World says she rewatched Rise of Skywalker and AD. I'm not sure I know what AD is. Hi, Anash. I rewatched Rise of Skywalker, or with AD. I'm sorry, with AD, and followed along a lot better. Now able to understand it and follow along. That's awesome. For those of you who don't know, Melissa is legally blind, and so she uses technology to be able to watch, movies and TV shows and all that good stuff. And so that's awesome. What's up, Music Man? Right back at you there, buddy. Melissa's getting her saber, and she's getting it this week or weekend. That's awesome. She's getting her lightsaber. That's awesome.
Lightsabers are always cool.
Oh my gosh, Richard, we're going to talk about this tonight about coming to America too, because man, I didn't realize how much I felt strongly about this, Brian, until I saw the news today. So Jeremiah, what's up? I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. You're doing well as well. Jeff again, Pelican again, man. I love you, buddy. I always love seeing y'all here. Good to see you all. Barcelona B, one of our faves around here. I love seeing her. What's up? Good to see you. Of course, there's this guy, the Master of None. I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. Jetter Custom Toys, my good friend Bruce is here tonight. Good to see you. See if there's anybody else that has commented yet. It says, what if we just want to enjoy the fellowship and donate when we can? That's what it's all about, man. That's what the show is all. That's what the channel is all about. All about. That's what it's all about. So that's all we want, man. We're not trying anything else. Let's see. Sophie's in the house. What's up, Sophie? Good to see you, Sophie. Melissa said it means audio description, and so that's cool. So that it actually explains it to her as she's watching. That's awesome. Mr. Horror Junkie says just got a new Shazam figure this week. Well, that's awesome. I'm down with that. I'm down with that. I know Bruce wants a good saber. He got taken for one of those Facebook commercial sabers, and yeah, that's never good. Let me tell you guys, don't fall for that. When you see a little commercial that says, "Hey, get a saber for $39.99 or $29.99," and it's just as good as like the really nice ones. No,
it's like getting something off of Wish.
Let me go. No, it's not. And I almost missed him, but no, he's in here. You can call me Joker. Can't wait to have you over on my live panel. You're awesome. Thank you, Joker. I appreciate that, man. Yes, I am going to be over on You Can Call Me Joker's channel next week. We're going to do a bunch of stuff, and I got a lot of stuff. I can't even tell you guys. I'm like bursting at the seams. Brian, I haven't even told you. I'll have to tell you off screen. It's so awesome, but I will just say this, because without giving anything away. So you all know, or you should know by now, The Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars movie. Okay. My absolute favorite Star Wars movie. And here's the thing. You guys have been telling me, oh, it's in my theater. It's in my theater in my state. It's in my theater in my state. Have you seen it yet? Did you go see it? Enosh? Did you go see it? And I'm like, no, I didn't go see it because I'm in Michigan. And guess what? Ain't no theaters open. It hasn't been, except for last week. And guess what happened, man? Theaters open.
Oh.
Yeah. And we went to go see Tenet.
Huh?
Yeah, we went to go see Tenet. And you know what? It was pretty good. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I thought about it yet until I'm able to do it with my family, because the whole family went. And hey, Ambassador, send me a private message so that I don't have to go searching for you. Send me a private message and I'll send you a link. So here's the thing, man. I went to go see Tenet. We got back when I was looking up Tenet. There it was, man. There it was, Brian. Empire Strikes Back. But not only that, one thing I've always wanted to do, it's always been my dream, is to rent out a theater and have a private showing of a movie.
That would be so cool. I mean, honestly,
Really? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to do that, but it's like $400, $500 to rent out the theater. And I'm like, I'd love to do it one day, but I just can't see me like dropping that kind of money on that. Well, in the troubling times that we live in, look, I know that we talk about it and there's like real world problems going on and stuff, but we talked about it on the stream last night, or a couple nights ago.
You got to make money.
There's a lot of positive stuff that's come out of this year. You know, I mean, absolutely. I know there's a lot of negative, but dude, just the fact that I know you, Brian.
Oh yeah,
the fact that I know you, man. I mean, that's because of what's happened this year, and so I try to look at the positive side of things, you know.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm talking to the manager of the movie theater, and I've talked to him several times because it's a Cinemark, and I've wanted to maybe like set up, you know, like a little backdrop, you know, at the movie theater sometime, you know, and talk about movies or something like that, or talk to people when they were coming in and stuff. And so he's been down with it, but you know, corporate, you know, you got to jump through all these hoops and go do all this stuff. But he's a movie guy. Like the guy who's working there, he's worked at like every movie theater that has ever been in town. He's, you know, awesome. And dude, the theater's only $100.
What? Wow.
$100. And you can have, and first he told me you can have 20 people. And I'm like, at $5 a person, I know 20 people.
Easily.
Are you kidding me? Do you not think that I could call up 20 people right now and be like, hey, we're going to go watch The Empire Strikes Back in a private party at the movie theater on the big screen. It's only going to cost you $5.
If I can afford the plane tickets, I'd be there.
Dude. So I did it. I dropped the money, and
very nice.
And the spots started filling up like crazy.
Great. That's great.
Now here's the thing. We've got a special commemorative T-shirt that we're gonna have for the showing and everything, and some surprise guests. That's all I will say.
This is great.
All I'm gonna tell you all is if you guys watch the channel, if you guys watch other channels, if you guys are part of this whole, and I know that you all are, you're all here and we all love you. I'm just going to tell you, we're going to do some fun stuff starting probably Thursday, maybe like next week. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday are going to be amazing days here at the Poindexter Lounge, and maybe a couple of other places too. Just saying. So awesome. you're going to want to clear your schedule for at least Friday and Saturday. I'll tell you that. At least Friday and Saturday, because you're going to be seeing a whole lot of streaming. Probably going to see a whole lot of stupid stuff that's just awesome, and behind the scenes stuff, and people just enjoying themselves. And I can't wait. I just can't wait. I'm so excited. And so yeah, absolutely. So yeah, man. So yeah, ambassadorial wing. Make sure you send me that private message, or you know, tag me or something in a notification so that I can you know, because I'm trying to bring him in, but it's not. Hold on a second. I think I can do. Oh, here we go. I got him now. All right, Ambassador, you are welcome to come in, sir. So there you go. So we're going to bring him in when he gets that, and we're going to talk about this topic, and we might bring a couple others in too. We'll see. But you know, Ambassador Wing says, you know, I told you I put my money where my mouth is. Glad to help out a friend. Dude, you're fantastic. But like I said, that's not what the channel's about. The channel's about doing stuff like we're going to do next week, and just nerding out, dude. I'm living a dream. This thing has turned into bigger and better than I ever thought possible.
I think it's a predecessor of things to come. We keep talking about this like a convention of some kind. I mean, honestly, that sounds like just beyond fun.
Absolutely.
Like a campground, a camping trip, basically. You know, where you rent out the whole part of the campsite. You know, something like that. That'd be awesome.
Yes. So Tony, I'd love to get you in on this conversation, man, if you can. Let's see. I'm trying to think where.
Always a treat with Tony.
Oh, I love Tony, man. We got to get Tony. So hey, everybody. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take some calls a little bit. Okay. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. We're definitely going to do that. What we're going to do first, though, is I do have a topic that I want to discuss tonight, and we're well into the show already. And so I want to get this going, but I am going to send Tony a link right now. because there's a couple people. We're just going to put a small little panel together, have a little conversation here, and then I'm definitely down for hearing you guys and what some of your thoughts are, what you guys are thinking, and hey, and we'll go from there, right? Sound good? Just just a Wednesday night, stream. If I can get things to work here, and we'll just enjoy ourselves. No big whoop. No, as they used to say on Saturday Night Live. How you doing, Brian?
I'm not too bad. Let's see. I wanted to answer Jeff's question really quick.
Okay.
He was asking me if any predictions that I may want to see on Discovery Season 3 because that starts tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I'm looking forward to a good show. Just in general, I'm tired of all the negativity with regards to Star Trek. So it's like. Any kind of story, especially since they're going so far in the future, it's basically they could tell anything they want to tell. So I mean, it's great. So honestly, sometimes that's part of me wishes they do that with Star Wars. Sometimes just go way the heck back to where you could tell whatever the hell you want to tell.
Yeah, my only problem with going back too far is just that it. I don't know. I like going forward.
Yeah, it kind of explains more futuristic things. It's like with Star Trek, the original series, where you have like all these clunky switches and all this kind of stuff, and at least the Next Generation, where you got all the nice touch screens. And then they make Enterprise, and it's like there's computer screens, and then touch screens and all that kind of stuff. So
I know, man. I know. What's up, Captain James Biggins? Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, because somebody very special has entered the lounge, and we must take a moment. We must recognize this person. I know what you're all thinking.
Where? When? Who?
He's a special guy, and I gotta say, he's become very special to me. Really, really great guy. I'm hearing sounds in my.
Good evening, ladies, and good evening, gents. I'd like to welcome you to this event.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Canada. Yes, here he is. Tony, a.k.a. Ray.
Yes.
What's up, Tony?
Hello. How's everybody?
I'm good, man. I'm so glad that you were able to join tonight, man.
Great.
I got off work early tonight, and I didn't know you were doing a stream, but got home, was talking to my buddies, saw you on there, and I was like, I gotta go, man. So,
Deuces, I'm out. I gotta go. Right on, man.
That's so nice. That's so nice.
He's in Sault Ste. Marie right now, so he's in the same time zone you guys are. So,
there you go.
You are. So,
well, there you go. I just got one thing to say about that.
This is so wizard, Annie.
It's so wizard. So wizard.
Ryan, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great.
Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about tonight, gentlemen?
So this came across to me today, and man, it bugs me, it bothers me, and it's something that I just in the middle of all of this stuff that's been going on, I don't want to see this start to become a trend. And that is, we're hearing about all these movies now. Well, this movie is going to go direct to video streaming. This movie could go direct to video streaming. And here's why. And I'm punching this in so that I can pull up the article here. But Coming to America 2 is movie that I didn't even really realize I wanted and that I needed. I do. I love Coming to America.
Yeah.
Do you guys like Coming to America?
The original? Love it.
Yes.
Love it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just hearing from Ambassador.
My buddy Rob just texted the guy I was talking to on the phone before this. He says, "Give a shout out to the Steel City, Sault Ste. Marie, man." How you
Oh,
doing,
nice.
Robbie?
Absolutely, man. Shout out to the UP, man. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. So unfortunately, Ambassador cannot join us. Our good friend Max is doing a stream about video games tonight. So
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
I was over there earlier. I told him
Oh,
I'd be
okay.
on for a little bit, and then
okay, there you go.
came over
All right.
here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So we love Max. We love Max, and we're doing a couple different things, so we'll be okay. But so here's the thing. Coming to America, I love the original movie. It's the movie that I screwed up and I showed my little boy's boobs for the first time. Because
The bathtub scene, yes.
well, so here's the thing, guys. It had been so long. That was Coming to America was one of the first DVDs that I ever bought. Okay. I never saw it in the theater because I was a kid when it came out. I didn't see it in the theater, but I'd mostly seen it on TV for years because it was on TBS for like forever, man. It was just like always on TBS. And he says, yes, you can. I sent you the link via Twitter. I'm sorry, man. Okay. So yeah, so if you can come on, dude, I sent you the link via Twitter. So go ahead and come on. So for years it was like that. So one night I come home and we're all as a family deciding what to watch, for a movie for that night. And the thing is, I turn on the TV, we're eating dinner, and there it is, Coming to America. And I'm like, oh, it's Coming to America. And my kids are like, what's that? And I looked at
The greatest movie ever.
I looked at Tiffany and I said, oh, it's on, because like we just watched Weird Science this week with kids for the first time, another movie like you got to make sure that that if you're going to show it to your kids that you're showing them the TV version, right? Yeah. But so here's the thing, like I pop it on and it's on TV and we start eating. And I realized I had never even opened that DVD. I had that DVD for over 10 years and just never opened it because every time I saw the movie, it was on TV. So I was like, hey guys, this is an awesome opportunity. I'm going to open up the DVD. What we'll do is it just came on, but on TBS, it was going to be like a 2.5 hour movie instead of like the barely hour and a half that it is on the DVD. And so I said, look, this is what we're going to do. You guys are going to have to go to bed soon. So we'll watch it up to the first commercial and then we'll pop in the DVD and take it on from there. And they were like, awesome. So that's what we did. And at that point, Ambassador came in and we had to have a long talk with Ambassador. What's up, Ambassador?
Good to see you, guys. Brian, good to see you, but it's been a while. And Tony, I don't know if you saw my message in the chat, but has anybody ever told you look like Ray Liotta?
Everybody.
Once or twice, yeah.
Once or twice. And I do
notice his screen name.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
And I just want to say good day to my fellow Canuck.
Oh, look
at
that.
I am on it's convoluted, but on my paternal grandfather's side, I am a quarter Canadian.
Well,
hey,
there you go.
Excellent.
Awesome. So that being said, so I pop in the DVD and I sit back down and I got a plate of spaghetti in my hands and on my lap. I hit play. I toss the remote somewhere. Don't even know where the remote is. All of a sudden, it's the scene. The royal, yes, the royal penis is clean. There's topless girls everywhere, and I'm like,
the rated R version instead of the TV 14.
Yeah, and I'm like looking everywhere for the remote, and I'm like, Tiffany, where's the remote? And she's like, I don't know, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no. I was like, oh well, there you go.
It's like Samuel L. Jackson, boom.
Yeah, and so I was just like, well, guys, there you go. What am I gonna say? What can I do? It wasn't as bad as one experience that I had where I went to SeaWorld with my friend and his parents, and this was when movies were first starting to be shown in your hotel room, like regular movies that you could rent, and so they were big movie buffs. They rented a little movie that they didn't know what it was called Basic Instinct. And
you got to see more of the
Let me tell you a story about a thing called Wild Things. There's a great movie about the outdoors.
I sat there with me, 13 years old, mind you. 13 years old. I sat there with my friend Wayne, that we were sharing a bed, you know, because we were at this hotel, and his parents in the next bed over, and that movie starts. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've never seen that movie, I'll just say that movie like starts full tilt.
Paul Verhoeven spared no expense.
And I'm sitting there going like, what? Okay. I didn't know people did that.
It was kind of like that with me, but with that other movie called was it Sliver?
Oh yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I was like,
so you know, my friend's parents looked at us, and you know, instead of being, you know, like a lot of adults would be in, like, you know, like, oh well, you know, we'll call down to the desk or something, you know, and maybe get the charges taken off or turn it off or something. Like, no, they literally looked at both me and my friend Wayne, and they said, you know, boys, we paid for this movie, so we're gonna watch it. But we need you to be, you know, a little more grown up and mature about this. Okay. So no, you know, don't. I'm like, I look back at that now, and I think like if one of my friends or if one of my kids' friends came over and like we accidentally showed them Basic Instinct, something tells me that just won't cut it. Like to be like, now look, kids, let's be mature about this girl, like on top of this guy going full tilt, and some of the other stuff that I didn't even understand that people were doing when they were reaching in each other's mouths and doing stuff. And I'm like,
in 2020, they call that trauma.
Yeah. Look, and you put look, and that's enough. That's enough to turn on a little 13-year-old kid like for the next 5 hours. And also kind of kill the thing at the same time, given the fact that the guy got stabbed in the face several times with an ice pick. Just saying. So
the same ice pick he was chasing the knife from.
Yeah. So that being said, I love all that being said, I love Coming to America.
Oh, I thought you were going to say boobies. I was like, me too.
I think we all can agree that that breasts are good.
Yep.
There you go. Hey, you know what? You know, God made them. God made them. I'm down with them. You know, it's biblical. Like everybody who thinks God is like some kind of prude, he's not. God invented sex. He loves it. He made it for us to enjoy, for us to have a good time. And
he's a bit of a perv though, because he watches.
I'm a happy man. So
in the more
I'm a Christian too, and even I could get that joke.
Yes.
Yeah. You're talking.
He sees it all.
You know, you all are talking about traumatic movie experiences. I actually have 2 in my life.
Uh-oh.
And one I wasn't even, well, technically I wasn't there for.
Last week?
I'll give you the short version. I was out with my biological mom and a friend from church one Sunday. We were having lunch, and we're talking about movies that we love.
Hold on, real quick. I do want to bring this up because our good friend Melissa is in the chat, and like you know, she's legally blind, and she was talking earlier about this. She got to watch Rise of Skywalker with audio assist or whatever. Yeah. I'm just wondering what audio assist for Basic Instinct would be.
Oh no.
Audio description. Oh, look at Tony over there. I think you okay there, buddy?
Yeah, sorry. I that almost came out my nose.
I'm just wondering what audio assist for that is. Cylon Scotty's over here. Nerds gone wild.
Joy.
And then she slowly reached back for the ice pick, and yeah.
Anyway,
I love you, Gavin. Yeah, I love. Oh, look at Gavin's avatar. Oh, I love Cyborg Superman. Oh, yes. I love Cyborg Superman.
Gavin, very cool, my man. But real quick, essentially, we were talking about movies that we love. And
welcome, Andrew.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Andrew.
Apologies. I would have waited till you guys are done talking, but
no, you're good. You're good. Okay. You're good, man. You're good. All right. What's up?
Yeah, I won't be able to stay on for long, but I thought I'd come on now.
Actually, well, you know what? You know what this means now.
Whoa! I think we got a show. Oh yeah, we got a show. We definitely got a show. Oh yeah, there's a show.
Because I'm on here.
Yeah, there we go. So we got a full panel. All right, so here we go. So now story time with the ambassador about when he saw stuff that, you know.
If you'll let me finish.
No.
Anyway, she divulged that the day I was conceived was the day that her and my father, my biological father, went and saw Saturday Night Fever. So basically, John Travolta dancing was the impetus for my conception.
Nice.
Night fever, night fever.
Really?
Nice. Well, if you think about it, my birthday is September 24th. You go back 9 months, that's Christmas Eve, baby. They were celebrating, they were unwrapping a package apparently, and everything wasn't wrapped. So
anyway,
that's all I got to say about that.
Saturday Night Fever at the drive-in when I was a kid.
Story number 2. Again, does not necessarily involve me, but involves my family. It was when my parents, my adoptive parents, but my parents were dating. Or actually, it was, yeah. And they went to the drive-in theater one night. And unfortunately, my father's vision is much like mine. It wasn't very good. He had to wear glasses. And up on the marquee, it said Flash Gordon. And he was like, hey, honey, you want to go see Flash Gordon? She's like, yeah, I want to see Flash Gordon. So they go in to get their tickets. They go and get their snacks and everything. The movie starts. Except it's not Flash Gordon. It's Flesh Gordon.
Oh, no.
I've seen
and my
Oh.
mother, being the very genteel lady, up yours, phobic. Go sit on a railroad spike.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, sorry. She's like, no, we're both adults here.
Hey, man, Max
We're
is here.
both grown. We're dating. We're gonna stay and watch the movie. By the time the reason, and my mother told me this later on, was because she wanted to see if my dad was actually being sincere, because they had just started dating when they went to see this. And
that's a way to break the ice.
And she's like, I want to see if you're actually being genuinely sincere about your apology. He's like, can you see my face? It was like, she told me it was like 10 shades of red. He was so embarrassed.
Man.
That's funny.
Man, I would be too. I would be too.
That is
for
hilarious.
Sure. Oh my gosh.
And the crazy thing is, if my father, I guarantee if he was still alive, they would still be happily married, and they would be celebrating. Let's see, they were married in 77 to 20 would be, oh Lord, a lot of years. My math's off. It's late.
I will tell you this. This is a funny story about my grandma. So my grandmother, my grandma was just an awesome woman. She's a pastor herself. She's just a great lady. But my grandma is not embarrassed by anything. Okay, nothing embarrasses my grandma. And so the guy who I only had one real good male role model in my life growing up, and his name was Ed, and he was just a guy. He started coming to our church and stuff, and he was just a really great guy. He came to all my baseball games. Even when I became an adult, he came to all my softball games. He was just so encouraging. Could never beat the guy at ping pong, even though I'm really good at ping pong. The guy would just like clean me out, man. Just beat me like it was, whatever. But he was always like a dad to me. And my grandmother raised me, so she's like a mom to me. Well, skip 16 years later, they end up getting married, and they were married for 14 months, and I ain't never seen two people happier than those two. I mean, they were like kids again. But then, unfortunately, my grandpa, kind of dad, he died. He had heart problems, and he ended up dying on Halloween. And so.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? It's okay. I mean, I love him. It's been a few years now. Tiffany and I actually were, I don't know if we were dating. We were kind of seeing each other, but it was like right kind of before we started actually dating or something like that. It was kind of right in that area. And so I'm glad that Tiffany was around during that time, because Tiffany got to know him. The guy could play euchre like you wouldn't believe. I mean, just an amazing guy. And anyways, the thing is that this is so bad. we're literally getting ready. My grandma lives right across the street. It's just a little neighborhood church, and so she lives right across the street from the church. You know, it's in the neighborhood. So we're at my grandma's house getting some stuff together, and it's me, my sister, and Tiffany was there helping out, and and actually both of my sisters were there. And my grandma starts talking about how, you know, we're getting ready to walk across the street to the church for the funeral, right? And I don't know if Tony can still hear this because I'd like to see if you have a drink in your hand when she says this, what she said, because she says to us, she says she starts talking about how she's got arrangements already together for everything, right? For, you know, for the plot and all that stuff. And she's like, yeah, and we're gonna, you know, I got a double plot for both me and Ed. So one day when I pass, we'll be in the same plot, you know, on the same headstone and stuff. And we're like, okay, yep. And she goes, and you know, he went first, so he'll be down there first. And then, you know, they're gonna, when I pass away, they'll just put me, because I was asking her, it's like, so is it side by side? She goes, no, it's just deeper. She goes, so it's one on top of the other. She goes, so when I pass, I'll be right on top of him, just like he liked.
That's great.
We don't know if it means exactly the same thing, though.
Oh no, she meant exactly what it sounded like.
Heyo.
Yeah, because she said it with a big smile on her face. So
You are correct, sir.
yes. So something else.
Enosh Fett.
Oh man.
The new century's Johnny Carson.
There you go. So, but so anyways, guys. So I saw this, and look, we're living in a world. Obviously, movie theaters are they're experiencing some downturn right now. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, there's a lot of people who you just can't go to the theaters. Until last week, I couldn't go to the theater, and so there's a lot of you know, discussion about, will theaters survive? And I saw probably 5 videos today. Our good friend Matt Jarbo did a whole video on will theaters survive. And I don't know, you know, some theater chains may not, some may. We'll have to wait and see. But here's one thing I do know. I want them to. Everybody out here going, I got a 65-inch screen. I don't need the movie theater. Just put it all direct to video, you know, on demand, and I'll be happy. Well, look, I got a 65-inch screen too, but there ain't nothing like going to the movies.
Amen.
There is nothing like going and seeing a 20-foot screen, whatever, and being able to watch your favorite movie. Like when I went to go see Tenet, people were like, was Tenet any good? I said, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if Tenet was any good because I got to go to the theater again. I got to sit there.
Yeah, it's one of the only movies playing here at our theater. I think there's maybe 2, maybe 3 movies at the theater, but Tenet's playing in like 4 theaters or 4 screens.
Awesome. It's awesome, Cylon.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Heyo.
But here's the thing. So like, just being there, like even the stupid little bumper that I talked about, that like before they play the movies and stuff at Cinemark, you know, and they got these, they got this little skit that they do that like these people are describing a movie and it literally goes from one thing to the next, but it shows them like, have you seen this movie? And they're like, oh, I don't know. I heard it's good. Yeah. It's about a guy who's got a farm, who's sitting on the world's biggest, natural containment of, and then it skips to somebody else who goes nacho cheese, and it's just like this stupid thing, you know, and it's like it's just so dumb. It's a Coke commercial, I think, and so it's so dumb. But the thing is that, man, we were laughing, we were just enjoying it. Me and my family were just glad to be at the theater again. Yes. And look, I've been looking forward to coming to America too, but what's starting to scare me is it seems like every week I hear these rumors, and I know there's a lot of DC fans here that frequent the channel, and we're all big DC fans. Here's the thing. I keep hearing these rumors. Oh, yep. Did you hear Wonder Woman's going to eventually end up going to video on demand? It's going to go to video on demand. It's going to go to video on demand. I know not according to Patty Jenkins, but I'm saying like every week, this week alone, I've heard 3 more rumors that, oh, it's going to end up, if by Christmas, it's not, you know, able to go, you know, to theaters, it's going to go to video on demand.
But hey, maybe these secondary movies should, like you and I, we both watch Bill and Ted on our TVs. Okay.
Well,
I saw it in the theater.
But
Yeah.
see here, but
No,
here's
no,
the thing.
like the last one. The last
But
one.
yeah, but here,
Yeah.
but Tony, that's my point, and that's what I'm saying about Coming to America, because I realized that because look, I wasn't going to go see Mulan.
Yeah.
Okay, I know there's
I would
people
like
out
to
there.
see Mulan,
Yeah,
but I
but
don't wanna
I know.
go to the theater.
Yeah, I know that there were people who are probably just clamoring, waiting for Mulan to come out, and I get
Yeah.
that.
Probably.
But that wasn't me. Okay,
Yeah.
so when they video and said spend $30 to see it, nope, ain't gonna do it. Now, if tomorrow they said Wonder Woman is coming on video demand, pay $30 and see it, take my money because I
Give me my money now.
I do want to see it,
Me
but
too.
that's not how I want to see it.
Me neither.
Okay,
I mean,
I am willing to wait to see it on the big screen. We've already waited this long. We should have already seen it. It should have already been here and there. And Tony, here's the thing. I understand that there's some smaller movies that people feel that way, but listen, I'm such a big Bill and Ted fan. I would have still waited to see Bill and Ted, because to me, watching it on the small screen, as nice as that was, and as much as I liked it, it wasn't the same as if I had been there in the theater watching that after 30 years and being able to see my buddies, like I felt like, be back on the screen and be able to enjoy them once more in that capacity. I don't want movies to just go video on demand. I don't want that because look, people can say whatever they want to about John Campea, but he's absolutely right. If movies start going video on demand, for all of you out there saying, well, it's so more convenient for me to just watch it from home. Good. Wait till it comes out on video on demand after it's had its theatrical run, and just like always, and you can watch it at home. But here's the thing. If everything starts going video on demand, what's going to happen is the quality is going to dip. They're not going to spend they're not going to spend $150 million on a movie that's going video on demand. So your
Especially when they don't have to worry about the aspect, right?
Exactly.
Screen aspect size, all that shit.
Your movies, the production of them is going to start to slip, and it's going to start to suck. They're not going to pay as much to get to have the writers to write stories like they have in the past. They're not going to pay the money for special effects, because you know what? You're not going to see them on the big screen. So as long as they're good on your little screen, even your big 65-inch screen, it's going to be okay, and it's going to be passable, and that's what it's going to become. Passable. Movies are going to become passable. And he brought up, I watched John Campea today, and he brought up an excellent point. How many of you guys have Disney Plus?
Not right now, but eventually.
I do.
Okay. So
I did, though.
So at least 4 of the 5 of us either have it or had it at some point, right?
Yes.
What has come out on Disney Plus in the last year?
Nothing but the
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Is that all we can say? Mulan? Didn't we just say that?
Well, you could say Mulan, but you had to pay $30 extra for it. So I guess you could, even if you want to say that, Mulan came out on Disney Plus. Okay. What else? Hamilton.
Okay.
Holy crap, you're right.
There was the little behind the scenes thing for the Mandalorian.
Yeah, the creator's table or whatever it was.
Yeah. Anything else?
But
nothing I can think of. I mean, but here's the thing.
I know there were some little teeny bopper, crazy little stupid, things in there or whatever that nobody cares about. Maybe some 12-year-old little girls. And hey, I'm not saying there ain't nothing wrong with programming for 12-year-old little girls. But here's the thing: 12-year-old little girls ain't the ones paying for your service. Okay,
Yep.
So the thing is that they're living off of 1 or 2 events over the last year.
Yeah, because Disney Plus has only been around for it'll be a year in October, if I remember correctly.
Yep, and here's my other thing. I have not yet signed up for HBO Max. I have basically all the stuff that's on HBO Max that I would even watch right now at this point. I already have physical media for. Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing is I have DC Universe, and until they take Doom Patrol off of DC Universe, I've got no reason to sign up for HBO Max yet. Okay. So the thing is, until they give me something that I have to sign up for, I want HBO Max. I'm definitely going to sign up for HBO Max. But here's the thing, guys. If everything starts going video on demand and we stop seeing these movies, and I've even heard some people say, well, yeah, just put the big movies in theaters and let the small movies all go video on demand. No, you don't want that either, because the theaters
No.
The theaters need the small movies because not everything
Yes.
is a big tentpole movie.
That's true.
Well, and I can't.
Hold on,
I
hold
think
on just a second. I hate
Yeah, go
cutting
ahead.
you off, Ambassador, but
No, it's all right.
I've just been up here for a minute.
Yeah.
Silent Scotty with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Dude, I'm look at that, man. He's a member. He's a Patreon supporter, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll hit you up, dude.
Oh my gosh. This is likely going to be a trend now, he says. I don't think it's going to last after the pandemic. Theaters will be revived at some point. Good to see you all. Play Star Wars with us, Brian. Hit me up. There you go.
It's going to go down. I will hit you up, sir.
All right. Go ahead, Ambassador, and then I got something else here.
The only thing I was going to say is theaters, I think, are going to survive in some form. They will survive in some form. And here's one possibility. It's not definite. This is just a theory I have.
Okay.
You say it's drive-in.
Drive-ins is a possibility. I would love to see drive-ins make a resurgence. I seriously would. But here's the other thing. If say your bigger theaters like your AMCs and your Cinemarks and everything, they unfortunately go under, your smaller theaters are still going to survive in some form or another because they're more independent than anything. They can get funding from the government. The bigger the government loans and grants and so on.
Well, but that's the thing right now that actually they're fighting for, because that's been one of the big demands that they can't get that right now.
Well, I'm speaking a hypothetical. Sorry, I should have been specific on that.
Yeah. Real quick, Phobic. The reason why I applaud, I'm applauding people because I'm thankful. I'm not Jody's corner. I'm not Jody's corner. You can take that name out of your mouth when don't say that name when you say my name, because Jody is pandering and begging people and making people feel like they have to give and hiding behind a paywall. Look,
I think he knows everything.
I read Cylon Scotty's post. I just read your post. You haven't given a thing, and I don't expect you to. Dude, and if you gave, I would applaud you too, because you know what? I'm thankful. And so you know what? I'm grateful that somebody would give. So you know what? Yeah, I'm going to give people a little bit of recognition if they give something to the channel, because they deserve it. People deserve a little recognition for what they do. And if they're willing to give something like that to our channel, I know that Phobic's trolling. I know that that's Phobic's way. And I get it. But I want to point that out because somebody could read that and think, well, yeah, like, why is Enosh being like Jody? No.
No,
never in a million years. That's not me. That's not me. That's not why I do. You know, like I had somebody recently kind of give me a hard time because now you got like, and this person is not a person who's part of our our community. Yeah, they're not part of our community, but they're like, oh, I see you got memberships now and you know and all this stuff. Like, oh, what do you just want money? No. What you guys don't understand is literally. Yeah, literally. People contact me and say, "Hey, Enosh, we want to support the channel. Are you going to get memberships?"
Come on.
Look how long our friend Gavin, who is one of our admins here, has been in the chat going, "Enosh, when are you going to get the memberships? When are you going to get the memberships?" How long did it take me? If I was in it for money, don't you think I'd have the memberships like up that day? Like, seriously, guys, like I'm not going to spend a long time with that. I'm just saying, get it right.
People talking over the film ruin it.
Well, no. Let me offer a little bit of pushback about the whole theater thing. Okay, I've always kind of grown up, limited means. So going to the theater for me is always, it better be a really damn good movie for me to go see it in the theater. Yeah. I mean, I could count on one hand how many movies I've seen in the last 5 years, and 2 of them are Star Wars. Well, 3 of them are Star Wars. Okay, so it's like.
Thanks, Melissa.
For me, I think before everything happened, theaters needed to up their game.
Yeah,
I think it's a two-way street. I think they can bail themselves out if they increase the experience. I think if they can increase the technology, because quite frankly, we should. I mean, wouldn't it be kind of cool to go see a movie that was more of like a theme park ride?
Oh, like taking Martin Scorsese.
You know what I mean?
You're talking like 4D.
Yeah, 4D. forest or whatever they call it, where you can smell the smells and you get the mist in the face. And...
Or just like a limited VR experience where you go in, you put in a headset, and you go and experience the movie that way. You know what I mean? Something to get the butts in the seats, a little bit more. Because right now, I'm sorry, $30 on demand, I have no problem with. It's easy. It's convenient. I don't have to go anywhere. I can load up on food. I can get Grubhub to my house. Stuff I can't get at the theaters, and I'm paying twice as much for. Just myself going to see Joker, I spent $30 on concessions.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's for somebody that doesn't really have a group of friends to go see a movie. You know what I mean? Yeah. I would much rather just see it now.
I get you. I get you, man. And but I will say this. Look, I'm the type of person. I went to go see Bruno by myself.
No, he's just nitpicking.
Of course,
I did that with Charlie.
Okay,
the Johnny Depp Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, look, I didn't even look because I liked Borat. Now Borat 2 is coming out too, and that's going direct to Amazon as well.
But Bruno had some weird things in it, though.
Oh, but Bruno was not Borat. Trust me, okay. And I felt like I had a slimy film on me watching Bruno in that theater by myself. Like, but that being said, see Brian, that's fine because you and I obviously we just have different opinions about that. Because here's the thing: I hate 3D. I only like IMAX in like rare occasions.
They need to increase that experience to get people to go back.
I don't like 3D. It gives me a headache. It gives me a headache.
Figure a way out to where it doesn't give you a headache, or a way that you can experience it.
Yeah, but you know what though? You know what though, dude? Like I wouldn't even like even if they were like, hey, here's a new 3D that like won't give you headaches or like doesn't give you this or what. Like, look, I love roller coasters, but I hate going to the theater and watching a movie in 3D because to me it's not a movie. I've even opted after watching, and this is the truth. After watching Bill and Ted 3, right, on video on demand, you know what me and my family were talking about this while we were watching. I said there's something about this movie that doesn't quite look right, and I figured out what it is. If you're gonna make a 3D. No, I said, if you're going to make a sequel to a movie that's 30 years old, don't film it on digital. Film it on film because it doesn't look right.
You're right.
Everybody looks weird and different, and it does. It looked like it was filmed on sets or back lots. It did not look like it was filmed in real life situations like the original. It just had a different look to it. You remember like when you could watch like a sitcom and like you could tell when it was like filmed live in front of a live studio audience, like say like how Three's Company looked, right? Or what are some other, Golden Girls, you know what I mean? Like it looked like it was a set. It had a certain look to it. But yet, remember that there were some sitcoms that like had like this other like better quality to them.
Oh, like the single camera shows like Scrubs and stuff like that.
Well, look at like Cheers, for example, like back in that same day. So you could watch Golden Girls and Golden Girls.
It's kind of like a blur to it.
Yeah, it had a cinematic look to it.
And I get you, but it's like at the same time, it's like with all those, and I'm down for tentpole movies, great, but like some of the smaller stuff, make it more of an event. I mean, I just don't. It's one of the things where it's a market where you have to evolve. If you don't evolve your game, you're going to end up like a roller rink. Remember those? Those were fun.
Yeah. I love roller rinks. We still got a couple. We still got a couple. We still got a couple. Right there, Music Man.
I got to tell you, I hate 3D too because I honestly believe that they do 3D just for the sake of fucking 3D. Okay? Like they'll throw something in just so it comes out.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
It's like nobody wants to watch a serious movie in 3D.
It's not moving the plot forward. It's doing none of that. You know what I mean? And that's where I think if you want to use 3D in a theater or in a movie setting, only use it for the things that you really need to see in 3D. Like if the ship is coming at me, I want to see that shit coming at me. But if it's just a bug, we're walking through a field, I don't want to see a fly go flying past my head or, I blew the dandelion and the little things floating along, like
well, it's like nobody's clamoring to see like Schindler's List 3D or anything, you know what I mean?
Well, and see, here's
there are movies that don't need to be 3D.
Yeah.
I think
here's my thought. Here's just my opinion, because like I said, when I saw Bill and Ted 3, I just so yearned for being able to see that in the theater because it didn't feel like it was important enough.
I agree with you 100%. Yeah. I watched it the same day you did.
Right.
And I watched it here sitting at my house.
Yep. And I love the movie. And hey, I love Silent Scott. You know, he says I felt the same way until I saw Tron Legacy in 3D. Right. So there's some like I could definitely see Tron as being a movie that would lend itself to 3D. Right. That would look great in 3D.
Yes.
But
it's more virtual, I think, than 3D. I'm with kind of Brian here. Like, if you had the experience with the goggles on and you're immersed in that world watching that movie, Tron definitely puts itself towards that.
Yeah,
well, I think if there was like a VR experience, would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But see, here's the thing, Brian, I want to do that. Like if I go to a theme park or something like that, then I'm fine with it, right? I just went to Galaxy's Edge and they got all that stuff, and that all looks great. But you know what? When I go to a movie and I'm trying, to me, okay, and I'll bring this back up in a second, but to me, Brian, when I'm going to see a movie, I'm not going to be distracted by a bunch of effects and all that stuff. I'm going to see a story, right? To see actors portray. This is one of the problems that, like, I love George Lucas, but I was talking to somebody today about it, and here's the problem that I have with George Lucas in the early Star Wars movies. There is not one real clone trooper in all of the prequels.
You're kidding.
No. Not one. There was never.
They were all digital.
There was not even one clone trooper outfit actually physically made. There's tons of old stormtrooper stuff.
Nothing. Like none of them?
Nothing. Commander Cody standing there with Obi-Wan Kenobi in Revenge of the Sith, getting ready to turn his back on him, is CGI. You're going to tell me you couldn't you don't even have to get Tamara Morrison. You could use his voice, but you're going to tell me you can't even put an actor in a suit to stand there next to Obi-Wan. That's why the people had such a hard time acting in that movie. They were acting to nothing. It was all green screen. It was literally all green screen. And it's what pulls me out of that because effects should enhance the movie. They should not take over your movie.
That's why I don't like Attack of the Clones.
J.J. Abrams went back to miniatures, man. Like when you went back to miniatures,
the whole reason. How many real scenes are in that? Real sets are in that movie, Attack of the Clones.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Two, 3. It's like maybe.
So, but the thing
the rest of it's green or blue screen.
Yeah, but that's my problem is that like if I go to a theme park and I see and I'm on a ride that is, for that, for Star Wars or something, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I expect it. Right. But if I'm watching a movie with a story and I want to get immersed into a world, I don't want to be distracted by 4D, or I don't want something poking me in the back when somebody comes, into the room or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that's what rides are for. Like when I went to, your big Star.
If it pokes you in the back, you're sitting too low in the seat. That's all.
There you go. Brian, you're a big Star Trek fan, and we've talked about, the Las Vegas,
the motion simulator down there.
The Las Vegas experience, well, when they put in the second ride, it wasn't really a ride. It was a 4D experience where the Borg come and they do this stuff and you're supposed to be sitting in your chair and they're supposed to inoculate you by this thing pokes you right in the back. Like this, it's not sharp, but it feels sharp and it just goes boom. And then all of a sudden, like when you have these glasses on and when somebody comes by, they spray like a fluid at you and everybody gets sprayed in the face with a little bit of water. And, there's like all that stuff, right? It's the amusement park stuff.
COVID friendly.
Look, that's amusement park stuff. That's amusement park stuff. I went to Universal too. Went to Universal.
We should get a new ride called that. Just has Trump's big face.
Oh,
and it's
man.
You go through
no. But seriously, like when I went to Universal, I expect that, right? That if I go to Jurassic Park ride, then I want the dinosaur to spray me in the face or, whatever. But I don't want to be watching the next Jurassic World movie and be sprayed in the face or something because it takes me out of it because it doesn't make me feel like I'm a part of the movie. It distracts me because I'm trying to pay attention to what the movie is. And I already feel that there's enough distraction. That's why everybody hates everything nowadays, because they don't actually watch stuff to actually hear the story being told or hear the dialogue or any of that stuff. And it's sad to me, you know, that we need all these distractions to just enjoy cinema. Can you imagine some of these people trying to go back and like watch, I don't know, Ben-Hur?
Ooh.
Here's something for you. I want to tell you something.
You know what I mean?
Now,
Think about
none of
that.
you guys-
I understand what you're saying, Brian, about enhancing the thing and stuff. And maybe for some things, yes. But like the average movie, like,
and I get what you're saying too. It's like you don't want to take. We're not like trying to watch Step Brothers in like real 4D.
Yeah,
you know, it's like we're going to laugh. We're not going to get poked and prodded.
with bruises.
Yeah.
No, I get that. But
yeah,
I'm just saying. I think in an industry that's kind of let's be honest, is kind of it's on its way downward. I mean, at least the theater part of it, because streaming has become more prevalent over the stuff, especially with COVID going down.
Can I just add something to that?
And a lot of people are reconsidering business strategies, and they're seeing that video on demand can be viable if they figure out a way to make it to where it can't be pirated or something like that. So I just it's not that I hate theaters and I don't want to see them go away. I just think like the drive-in movie theater before them. Which kind of got phased out for the
But should come back.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because here's the thing.
Innovate the industry. Make drive-ins better. You can project the movie on the side of the theater. You know what I mean?
Take existing parking lots. Okay. Put up a large screen, a projector, and have it tuned into a radio station. Now. You know what I mean?
Right off the side of the theater.
Not something that's going to cost $1 million to do anymore.
Yeah.
Not really.
What were you saying? What were you saying, Andrew? Hold on a second. Andrew was trying to say something. Go ahead, Andrew.
Oh, that's okay. But when you're saying about theaters, I get it, but here's the thing. When I went to go see Avengers Endgame, I loved it. And to see the people thinking to not have that experience again, it sickens me.
Well, have you ever been to a big sporting event where there's 30, 40, 50,000 people there and we're all going for the same thing? I love that. I mean, there's nothing more powerful. Get your skin, the hair standing up on your skin more than being in a crowd full of cheering college people watching a football game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same as a movie because you're watching that with 60 people. I mean, it's just right now, in the meantime, I think they should do something with regards to releasing just a couple of those movies because, for one, they're supposed to have been out almost a year ago.
Yeah.
In some cases.
Yeah.
And I think, Wonder Woman should have been out just now, right? It was some.
No. Wonder Woman.
It was supposed to be.
Wonder Woman was. It was supposed to be beginning of this summer. Dude. We were supposed to see it months ago.
Yeah, it was supposed to be. Wonder Woman was supposed to be in the summer.
There you go. My perfect. Yeah, exactly. Let's get Nicotina in here, man. He's
absolutely.
He just got done.
I gotta grab a drink.
But when it comes to the new movies coming out, I want to see, like, for Spider-Man 3, I want to see Tobey Maguire back up. I want to see the Batman.
Yeah. No, and exactly. And we'll get that back. But like I'm saying, in the meantime, with Black Widow, they should have already put that out on demand.
Oh, yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Because
anything.
The enthusiasm for that movie is gone now. I mean, honestly, if they put it out in the theaters today, I'd be like, when's it coming out on, when's it coming out on Disney Plus?
Yeah. So here's the story that got me thinking, because like I said, I was very disappointed in the fact that I didn't get to see what some people would consider a smaller movie in Bill and Ted 3 in the theater. And now I've been looking forward to Coming to America for as long as, since they announced they were going to do it. I mean, this is another 30 years, right, in the waiting for a sequel to come out. And so now we're getting Coming to America 2, and everybody's been like, who liked the movie, they're hyped for it, they want to see it. And so here was the thing today, Eddie Murphy's Coming to America. Now this also, I want to point this out because we're going to get into this, and it's going to point out the fact that this headline is also a little deceiving because it says flat out Eddie Murphy's Coming to America 2 sold to Amazon Studios for $125 million report. It has not, I repeat, it has not sold yet.
No.
It is not
Okay.
final yet.
Huh.
All right. So, and I'm going to be on this other page. So if Nicotina, well, you guys won't see him. So I'll just keep Nicotina. If you pop in, I'm just going to try to keep, going back and seeing if you're there. All right. So here's what it says. The original 1988 classic grossed nearly $300 million in the worldwide box office back then.
Oh, I was going to say, is that today's money or no?
No, 1988, it grossed nearly $300 million.
Wow, that's a
Okay.
lot.
That's
And it
quite a
was-
bit.
It was an okay
Because
movie.
because Eddie Murphy was huge. Eddie
Then,
Murphy
yes, he
was
was.
all over the place back then. I mean, in
And he was
'88.
literally all over that movie. Like how many?
Oh
parts
yeah,
was
yeah,
that?
he's everybody in that.
Him and
I
Arsenio
mean,
Hall
he
played
just
like
came off
13
of
characters or
Primary.
something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Between the
Yes.
two of them, there was like 13. Like they
He's-
both played a white dude.
Randy Watson.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
both played white dudes.
And I guarantee you, if they play white dudes in this one, that nobody will say a word. So,
Yeah.
anyways, but that's another story for another stream. So here we go. It just you got the picture here of these two guys. Great
Man,
movie.
love this
Great
movie.
stuff. Yes. Eddie Murphy's sequel to the 1988 classic Coming to America is headed to Amazon Studios in a deal that will set up the anticipated release for a streaming premiere amid the coronavirus pandemic. According to Variety, Coming to America 2 was sold by its distributor Paramount Pictures to the streaming giant in a deal reportedly worth about $125 million.
Is this movie made
Yeah.
already? Like, it's in
Yeah.
post
Did they film
production?
it?
This movie is pretty much done.
Yeah, it's
Pretty much done.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're just waiting for it because here's the thing we're going to find out. They're saying it's going to come out in November or December.
Ooh.
So does he
Oh.
own the
Had
McDowell's
to
now?
show
Is that what's going on? Like they own the McDowell's now? And
I don't know, but let's
No, Louis
see.
Anderson though.
We'll see. So in its new home, the comedy is slated for a December 18th streaming premiere date, and in-film marketing placements with McDonald's, which makes sense.
obviously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is
And,
where Sam Jackson's like, give us money.
Yep. Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson was in that movie, guys.
Yep.
Yep. He tried to rob him.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
With this right now.
Hey,
He got his ass whooped.
Nicotina, I sent you a link via Twitter, so look for that. If you don't see it, come back. But they're supposedly they've got in-film marketing placements with McDonald's and whiskey brand Crown Royal, and those are expected to carry over with the project as well. The publication said on Tuesday. Yep. Now let's listen to this. It says Paramount originally penciled in a Christmas Day release for Coming to America 2, so we were going to get it in December anyways. It says, but uncertainty as to when movie theaters can or will return back. A semblance of normality has caused the studio and distributor to sell off various titles, including Aaron Sorkin's Trial of the Chicago 7 and the action comedy Lovebirds to Netflix, while its title Without Remorse was sold to Amazon. Now here's
if I ask what made Eddie Murphy want to continue this movie?
Well, it's a beloved movie, and they apparently came up with a script that they liked, and so
labor of love, you know.
Yeah, man. And plus the thing is, like, there's been a big push and a lot of people asking for Eddie Murphy to go back to his roots.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. Honestly, when I first found out about it, I was pretty jazzed. I mean,
what was the last Eddie Murphy movie that actually held the box office?
Oh man,
Where he was
It's
the
been a
star.
while.
And don't get me wrong, like I love Eddie Murphy because
but he really watered it down there so much. That was
So
like,
he did the Clumps for
Dr.
years. Right?
Dolittle.
Yeah, I like the
Dr.
name.
Dolittle. And then he did the Donkey, right?
The
So I
Haunted-
don't,
Yeah, Mulan. He did Mushu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mulan, the
that was
anime version.
Shrek. I mean,
was he doing a lot of that? I think he was doing a lot of stuff for his kids, right? And
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I think he wants to go back and be a little bit more hardcore now that his kids are getting older, right? Like, I don't think he has to do that like cheese brand stuff anymore because his kids are getting older.
I think his kids have seen Delirious by now, so I think
Thank you, Captain James. Thank you, Captain James. I think they're a pretty good panel as well. And speaking of this panel, Nicotina, what's up, Nicotina?
There he is.
What
There
up?
he is.
I just came off my 3-hour marathon stream with Robert Meyer Burnett. It was
How'd
a
that
lot
go?
of fun though. I had a great time.
Good. Good.
I caught part of
You're
it.
doing
That
your
was a great
streams way
stream.
too early, man. We're on the West Coast. What happened to the midnight thing for you and I here? Okay, I thought we were brothers.
Well, look, I'm still gonna do that, but right now I'm on vacation, so I'm doing a little bit earlier to try and hit that crowd. Hey, what's up, McLevin?
Hey, man. I love Robert Meyer Burnett.
Phobic's here.
Yep. I love Robert Meyer Burnett, and I can't wait to have him back here on our channel because he's just a lot of fun to talk to. He's just infectious. I think I kind of ticked him off the other night, and I didn't mean to. Because he was talking Star Trek. He was talking Star Trek, and I didn't hear his original take on Lower Decks. And I agreed with him on the other stuff that he's saying about Star Trek as a whole. And honestly, he's the first person I've ever given a super chat to. And so I gave a super chat, and he got in my he skipped over my comment. He didn't see it. And so he started to close out his show, and I went, Robert skipped my comment, and I put a sad face. The thing is there's a guy named the Richard.
Yeah,
who actually comes in. Yeah, so Richard is part of the Burnett Network, and Richard actually wants to have me on his channel. He wants to interview me, and so he didn't realize that Robert had been on our channel. Okay, and so he reached out to me because he came in and saw one of our 2 cents on nonsense, thought it was great, and reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm part of this group, with Robert with the Burnett Network and all this stuff." He's like, "Here's who we are" and stuff, and I'm like, "Dude, Robert's been on the channel," and he's like, "Oh, really? That's awesome. Will you come on?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Sure, I will." So, but the thing was funny because those guys know who I am, and Robert didn't see my super chat, and so all I said was, "I agree with you. I agree with you, Robert, on Star Trek as a whole as to where it's going. But I really did like Lower Decks. I really did." And I said, "I can't wait to talk to you again, and have you on the channel." And so, so it's funny because they all start telling Robert. And so Robert goes back and he's like, "Oh, I miss Poindexter Lounge." So he goes back and he reads my comment and he goes, "Yep, you can do that." You can do that. I was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to tick him off, But no, he's good. He's a good guy. I love Robert Meyer Burnett. So, but that all went good for you though?
I love Star Trek.
No, it was great. It was really great. We talked about Star Trek. We talked about
Ryan. You and I got to talk. I had a huge debate about Star Trek yesterday with a buddy because I saw the season 3 trailer for Discovery coming out, and I was like, "What a cool thing!" Because I missed season 2. I love season 1. Season 2, I didn't really watch, and then they went forward in time.
I think it's gonna be great.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
And my buddy's like, "Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be amazing." And then we had a debate, and I told him that he hated Deep Space Nine. I said, actually, after season 3 was probably my favorite.
Oh, it was one of the best
out of all of them.
Yeah,
actually, I want to see Lower Decks now that I've heard so much about it from Brian, from Enosh, and even from Robert Meyer Burnett was talking about Lower Decks.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. I look, you know what? It's funny, man. I think it's funny. I'm trying not to take it too serious, Nicotina. You know what, Nicotina? I put it on you because you were talking, and everybody started talking over you when you started giving your answer. And So how was your interview tonight? Before we move forward,
it was fabulous. If you haven't seen it yet or heard it yet or whatever, go to my YouTube channel, The Nicotina Show, and it should be on there. I believe it's on there. It hasn't been taken down yet. But yeah, it's with Robert Meyer Burnett. Zod Rider was there. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We talked for 3 hours. It was super long. I told him that it was going to be an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We went 3. So.
Yeah, that's how it was, man. Because I asked him before we went on. I said, "Hey, I'll try to keep this, short." And he's like, "Hey, dude, whatever." He's like, "I'm here for whatever, man. We'll go until we close it down." I was like, "Okay."
I see.
What's up, Andrew?
Candle.
Yes, I see Andrew with his finger up.
I just wanted to bring this up real quick because I know you guys probably won't believe, but I talked about this with Nicotina recently about some Spider-Man news. You remember Nicotina?
Yeah, I remember. Oh yeah,
the 3 Spider-Man. Yeah.
You're talking about the article from Fandom Wire.
Yeah, it's good. It's gonna have the Green Goblin from Willem Dafoe, Craven.
Yeah.
It's gonna have all 3 of them team up to defeat their past villains. And I thought that sounds like a pretty awesome movie. But then I'm hearing people saying it's too overcrowded. It's gonna be like Spider-Man 3.
It's gonna be great. What are you talking about? It's gonna be.
Well,
badass.
tell you what. Hold on that. Hold on. Let's finish this, and we can maybe comment on that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So, so we're in this, and so it says the original film. Everybody knows what the first film was about. He comes over here. He's got to try to find a wife. He wants to find a wife that will love him for being him. Blah blah blah. This is the film which grossed nearly $300 million at the worldwide box office. Also starred Arsenio Hall, James Earl Jones, Jerry Hadley, and John Amos. The sequel features Murphy and Hall reprising their roles, while newcomers include Tracy Morgan, Leslie Jones, Wesley Snipes, and Jermaine Fowler.
What is that for? Oh yeah. Fox Business. That's a weird.
Yeah, right. It's kind of weird. In it, Prince Akeem is in line to become the king and ruler of Zamunda when he discovers he has a son, Zamunda, which he discovers he has. He discovers he has a son he never knew about in America. So apparently, one of those women who were making sure that the royal penis was clean. She comes to live in America, and he was serviced and all that stuff. So that's the idea behind the movie. But
who plays his son? Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, right. Probably.
Is he still with his wife?
Is his name Killmonger?
Well, here's the interesting story. Well, here's the interesting thing about this. And Fox Business did not have this part on there, but this was in the story and other parts, and I thought it would be in there, but apparently they just refused. They just didn't put this. Is apparently there's a clause where yes, they want to sell it, but Eddie Murphy has to give his sign off on it, and he has not done that yet.
Oh wow!
What, Eddie Murphy? Come on, come on, Eddie.
Well, but here's the thing.
I think it has something to do with Netflix, though.
But here's the thing. Yeah, because he's trying to get a Netflix special right now, so who knows? But here's my thing. I get it. This movie's probably not going to make another $300 million because whatever. I get it. But they're selling it for $125 million, which is pretty good for them. Don't get me wrong. I'm guessing it didn't cost that much for them. To make it. But guys, I want to see that movie in the theater, because if I had to watch that on video demand like I had to watch Bill and Ted, it's not going to feel. It's just going to seem like a direct to DVD sequel, like junk. And I just
like a Disney direct to video sequel.
No matter if it's good. Look, I loved Bill and Ted 3, but it just didn't feel. It didn't have the same magic as I was feeling leading up to this movie. Hoping that it was going to be really good, and then I went to go see it in the theater, and I saw it on my TV, and I was like, yeah, that was good. It's like watching a TV show. It was just like, yeah, it was good. And now I guess we'll watch something else. It didn't feel special. And if I'm waiting 30 years for this stuff, I'm really nostalgic. Maybe like nobody else feels this way that I feel, but I'm really super nostalgic. I mean, if you can't tell by the room that I'm sitting in, I mean, I love stuff like that. And I just wanted to have, Ambassador gets it. I just want to have that experience, I want to see these films the way that they're supposed to be. I don't want to see them on my TV. I'll watch them later on my TV, but
let's put it this way, you're a dying breed, because I can tell you right now, there's plenty of people in this country that would love to watch it at their home, regardless of the experience that they would get at a theater, just for the fear, because of convenience.
Especially if you got kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you know? Oh, well, you have kids. Never mind.
I do.
$30.
Look, and my kids absolutely love going to the theater.
Okay, so there was a feature that Disney Plus has on there that I never realized it was there. They have a group watch where you can basically you can link together multiple accounts or whatever, and you can watch something together like a watch party. Yeah, and I thought, wow, what an interesting way of doing it. That's really cool. HBO Max should do that as well, I think. But
we're gonna
that, like, you and your friends are linked together, so you all watching at the same time.
Yeah. We're actually looking into that because we do watch parties for The Mandalorian. Right. Cool. And I know that there's a lot of people who, like, at midnight, as soon as the new episode comes out, like, they watch it right then, and that's fine. Yeah, but a lot of those people join us the next night, because usually we
like Star Wars Theory.
Yeah, sometimes we do it like 7, 8 p.m. the next night, and
Dude,
we
that guy will be
watch
on
it.
like at 2 a.m. by the time, and he's like watching something, or they're playing Squadrons. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. What?
Oh,
Yeah,
Squadrons is
so we
8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah, but we talk about it and we watch it as, you know, as it's happening, and people, you know, comment and we comment, and then we do a review right then, right after. And that's what we do for the other TV shows that we do that with. And so I'm looking forward to that, but like we're looking into whatever this is, because I think you can only link so many accounts. So what we might do, ladies and gentlemen, is obviously be limited, but I heard there's only so many accounts. So what we may do is randomly pick some accounts like the you know, that week leading up to that episode. You know, anybody who wants to do the watch party with us, you know, we'll throw some accounts out there, some, you know, names
this is the invite.
It's
an invite, you guys.
Yeah. So I'm saying,
no one's biting at it. Everyone's like, it's great.
Yeah, I'm saying like when we go back to do it.
Members only.
Hold on. No. A lot of people.
Members jackets only.
Yes. A lot of people.
Jackets.
I get that joke.
Sorry.
All right. So
Yes,
a lot of people will sync their TVs up with us. We'll tell them where we are and when we're starting. But for some of you, it may be a lot nicer to just be able to watch it along with that. And I think that's be something special. And so we're going to do that, you know.
Do you actually put the video on the screen?
No, we do not. We do not, because we're not going to get taken down for copyright.
Yeah,
you're just watching.
There's ways around that though.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. There's no surefire way around that, Nicotina. I've tried every possible
reverse.
Look, I've had 2 copyright strikes in the time that I've had my channel up. I've had 2 copyright strikes, and you know what? I didn't even have the stuff up on the screen. It was literally audio that just got taken. Like both of them from watching The Flash, and we didn't even have the camera on the TV.
Wow,
We're just sitting there watching it, and it hears the audio, and Warner Brothers hit us twice like that, and I fought it, and of course they didn't go anywhere with it. They didn't fight it because we didn't do anything wrong. It was background noise, literally, and they after 14 days it goes away. But that's what they do.
That's what they do, man. That's what they do.
Yeah. We could talk about this in a second, Cameron. Actually, I'm fine with that
too.
Yeah, but so here's I do want to say one thing, because I've been monitoring this here in the chat, and Phobic, I know that I know that you like to joke, and I don't have a problem with that. But sometimes you got to know who you're joking with. And Melissa is a very important member of this community, and I just want to say, like, you know, we've said it a few times on here. She does have you know, vision problems. She's legally blind. She can only see half out of one eye. Actually, she's a great member of this community, and you know, I understand joking, and I get it, and you may not have meant it that way, and you may not have meant it in a negative way towards her, and just trying to make a joke, and that's fine. That's fine. But I you know, she obviously took it pretty personal, because, you know, she said, look, I don't have a hearing problem, I have a vision problem. So I just let's treat each other all. Yeah. Let's make sure we know who we're joking with and talking to, because there's some people you can joke with in certain ways, and some people you can't. You know, and
know your audience.
Know your audience. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't be an ass.
So yeah. So oh hey yeah. So Andrew sent this. So that's it. So I just want to sum this up by just saying, look, I do not want to wake up and see the news that Wonder Woman 84 is coming to video on demand.
It's going to happen.
Please, dear Lord, no.
I just don't. But here's the thing: I was talking to the manager, and maybe I'm just hopelessly, you know, positive, you know, and over positive. You know, Zever would, you know, put me in my place. Zever
is Captain Joykill.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I was talking to the manager. I was talking with the manager of my local theater, and look, this is a guy who's worked in theaters his whole life. Okay, he's worked in every major theater here. He's the manager of this one, and we were talking, and he said to me straight up, he said, "You know what?" He said, "Enosh, movie theaters are going to be fine. If we can come back and we can do this, we're going to be fine. It's going to bounce back." And I believe that, because you know what? I was there opening night when it opened here in Michigan, and the parking lot was full.
I believe it.
What about
As much
having-
I think it's
as much
definitely
as it could be.
possible. It's
As
definitely
much as it could
possible,
be.
but it's a matter of can the theaters wait as long as they have to
And
wait
I think that's
to
the
reopen,
problem.
and that's the problem is that they're going to start folding, especially the smaller theaters, independent theaters. They're going to be shutting down because they cannot afford all the overhead costs of keeping their business open.
What about having multiple showings though? You have the movie there. Why not show it at 10 a.m., 12, 2?
But it's all
4,
based on
6.
state regulation at this point. The states regulate, how many times you can have a showing per day.
I did not know that. I just figured.
Yeah,
I know
Tony-
businesses here, restaurant.
So he's like,
business-
I'm going to open a theater. Everyone's invited. Let's go.
Yeah, Tony, I think I'm maybe one of the few in the panel who lives in what they would call a red state. I live in Indiana, and we are basically in phase 5 of reopening. Everything's reopened, but it's just a matter of people getting their feet back underneath them after being down for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think once more people start going to the theaters, it's going to kind of snowball. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Melissa wants Phobic to
But I'm
apologize.
saying, in the meantime,
I'm just saying, if there could be
things.
fans at NFL games, there can be people in movie theaters.
Yeah.
Well,
That's it. That's
you're dealing with
because they have more money. They get to dictate that they can have fans. That's the thing. I don't understand it.
Well, the
gray area,
the thing
right?
is we're at a place right now where it's like, look, if you can, you're supposed to socially distance. If you can't socially distance, you're supposed to wear a mask.
Yep.
It's pretty simple. It really is pretty simple.
I have a mask. I wear it every day at work. I hate it.
I know there's a lot of people who are all upset, about everything, and there's people who feel that, their rights are being taken away and this and that. Look, here's the thing. I'm very conservative usually in my views. I'm in the middle because I'll vote for anybody that I feel is going to do the right job. I'm not blind. I don't blindly follow any one political
Corona politicized?
Whatever. Oh, dude, it's hugely politicized.
Okay. I live in Canada. It's not
Hugely
as much.
politicized.
It is insane.
I have many conservative friends who absolutely flat out refuse to wear masks.
You're not wearing a chin diaper properly.
They think that look, they think that
over your nose.
they think that somehow that wearing a mask is a violation of their rights. I say, you know what? If I can do this for a couple of months and it helps somebody,
you can't even do it now.
I know if I can get the stupid thing on. Well, this one's small. Tiffany bought this one for me when we were in Vegas.
Because that one's on a mask,
super
dude.
small.
That's
It's super
for
small,
Tiffany.
but it's got the Superman symbol on it, so I like it. But I got a big head, guys. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So I get it. But I bought a Macho Man Randy Savage one.
You sure it's a mask?
Tony, I think I know where you're going. I'm going to go ahead and go there.
I know. That's
I
why I
don't
said
think
it was
that's a mask.
I
think that's a Superman Speedo.
It froze.
I think that's Superman Speedo. Is what I think that is.
He got infected.
He totally got infected. That was it.
He didn't put the mask on soon enough. We got him.
We own the stream now.
Hey, what's
Yeah,
up,
I think
everybody?
that's-
Welcome to
I
the
think
Stream
Enosh-
Takeover crew.
He's gonna
I think
come
we-
back and just pause me and mute me forever.
I think
Oh,
Timmy
did he not free?
accidentally bought a Superman Speedo for Enosh and didn't tell him the difference.
I know.
That's a banana hammock, sir. Sorry about
The
that.
banana hammock.
Yeah. I just wanted
That's
to.
a polite way of
Oh.
qualifying here. There's kids watching. Maybe your kids, Nicotina. I don't know yet.
Wow.
I don't have to worry about kids. The only kid we have is a four-legged hairy one. It's a cat.
It reminded me of Todd from Scrubs.
Ooh.
Wow, look at that. I thought I was going to get hit with copyright in my last stream. I didn't. That's good.
Sorry.
Hmm.
They usually
Well,
wait a day.
Yeah, they waited a day and they
Totally
pounded
lost
you with it.
We're
Nicotina,
on
that
his
was-
stream.
You guys,
Take
this
it
is the
over.
Nicotina show now. Midnight Run. Let's do it.
I was gonna say, You and Brian actually look like you're the host of the show because you got freaking mics. The rest of us are just kind of.
He's back. He's back.
There you
Oh,
go.
he's back. Okay.
Just when we were having fun.
They came and got me. The Russians came and got me.
So, Enosh, just out of curiosity, how much,
Libyans!
just out of curiosity, Enosh, how much did you hear me say?
Hold on, everybody. Hold on. This is why I don't.
Yeah.
People ask like this is why like when everybody's like, "Can I get a link? Can I get a link? Can I get a link?" And I'm like, chill. Like a couple of
It's the
people.
Libyans.
Yeah, there you go. What was that, Ambassador?
I said, how much did you hear me say about your mask?
Yeah, not a darn bit. I heard you guys at first, and then I had to close.
Okay,
I had to
good.
close it out.
Don't say banana hammock.
Nice.
Banana hammock.
That wouldn't fit
Enoch.
either. That wouldn't fit either. So.
Enosh, essentially, I said Tiffany bought you Tiff, excuse me, bought you a very small micro mini Superman Speedo for your face.
There you go.
I said maybe that's hers and not for you.
Maybe. Do what you got to do. Anyways, that's not the point. That's not the point of the
My
stream.
next
But
lounge after dark.
there you go. Okay,
Hello.
so Andrew said this. So that's just my take on it. Look, I want to see these movies in the theater. That's just my whole point. I've been seeing everybody else do a video about this, and look, I know there's a lot of people out there who just don't care. Like as far as they're concerned, like movie theaters could go out of business and they wouldn't give a crap. I do.
I would.
I love the movies, and
We all love the movies. I love it. I love it too. But I'm saying, look.
I'm not saying you're saying it, Nicotina.
No. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that here's the problem that I see. Okay, the problem with movie theaters, one, is that they have priced out the average moviegoer just to where they only go to the theater, and this is just the casual moviegoer. They only go when the occasion is big enough for them to want to pay the money to go see the movie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, can I push back on that for a second though?
Oh, go ahead.
Because I have a family of 5, and here's the point. When you go to the theater, you don't have to go at peak time.
That's not the point.
Hold on, you don't have to go at peak time. And you don't have to buy every concession known to man.
But it's not the point. It's just the initial cost of getting in. I mean, to go see a movie,
and that's regional, though.
What?
That's
$20?
regional.
No, it's nationwide. How much?
Whoa, no. Because it costs on for us here in Michigan, like at even a good even the best theaters around, it's like $7.
Oh,
that's $7 or $8
in Canada.
That's what I'm saying. It's like $7 or $8. It's regional.
So we have healthcare.
It's not that way across. Get out of here with your healthcare. That has nothing.
Oh God,
that has nothing to do with your movies.
Hey,
you're not paying for
how much it costs in California. If you want to go see a movie, it's like $17
to go to a movie.
Yeah.
It's like $20 even.
It's like $15 to go see a movie.
I'm just saying,
That's how expensive. If I lived in Flint, Michigan, where I could spend 25 cents on a movie, that's different. But
no, I'm just saying it's regional.
$3
That's
theater,
what
Matt
I'm saying.
Jarbo, where are you?
You're right. Yeah. I'm just saying it's regional though.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
regional. It's not $20 everywhere. That's all I'm saying.
But okay, but in the state I live in, California, which is the richest, most popular state in the world, the average price,
and yet it's burning to the ground, literally.
The world.
God, that's global warming, but that's a whole other conversation we'll have. So here's the thing, though, is that those prices are so high that it's become a decision. Do I want to go to see a movie? Now, if I'm going alone or go with some friends while I'm only paying for myself, it's one thing. But to take a whole family to go see a movie, now you're forking out a ton of money. So it's an investment to go see these movies. So
that, or what if you live in like a rural area where it's like an hour drive to go to a movie theater? You know what I mean?
Move.
No, not for a movie. I'll wait till it comes out. I've lived in rural areas where drive into town was 45 minutes to an hour. So it's
I drive. Look. I live in Flint.
But that's you, and that's fine.
Hold on.
Hold on. What I'm saying is that are you an example of the average American in the United States? I don't think you are. I love you, and I wish you were, but
movies are making over $2 billion now. Apparently, somebody else is going to the movies. I'm not the only one.
Right? I know you're not, but what I'm saying is that the movie industry the way we go about seeing movies now is going to change forever because of the pandemic. It's going to change forever.
I don't think it has anything to do with the pandemic. I think
it has everything to do with the pandemic.
I don't agree. No, I think people are using the pandemic. Everything is the pandemic's freaking fault right now.
We can't. My theater isn't even open because of the pandemic. So
I get that. I get that. But what I'm saying though is that this idea that everything is the pandemic's fault. If we start to see, look, I agree with you that if it goes on for a longer extended period of time. Okay. Obviously, the report came out actually today that was it AMC. You know, they've been on the verge of bankruptcy now for quite a while, but they now have an influx of cash that they were able to get to be able to stay alive for a little bit longer. And the point was that if they are not able to open by the end of the year, then they are going to go out. They're going to run out of money by the end of the year, by the end of December. And so I understand stories like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, get that. I get that.
On Scotty's comment. I mean, he right there, $25 a ticket over here.
Yeah, I pulled it up. I pulled it up at one point. I already had it up and down. So I get that. I get that. What I'm saying is if it keeps on, yes. But if we start to see some kind of comeback, we can't, like, I don't think that it's just going to change it forever, because I feel like if we're able to see some of these things come back, people are going to come back. Every major bad thing that's ever happened in this country, the entire time that I've been alive, people have cried foul that it's going to change us forever. We're never going to be the same. Everything's going to hell. We're never going to trust each other again. Look what happened at 9/11. Gas was going to go up to $10 a gallon. Everybody was freaking out. Nobody was going to ever open their mail again. The post office was going to go away immediately because nobody was going to ever open their mail again because anthrax was going through the mail. Like, everybody was freaked out. Nobody wanted to go on an airplane ever again. And you know what?
The difference is that
time changes things. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead, Nicotina. I just wanted to.
Well, that's Tony, but
I'm curious about something. Do you think the government will bail out the movie industry, like the theater industry, like they would with the cars? Like the automotive industry, or you know what I mean? Because this is one of those things that is deep ingrained. Like, you can tell passionate freaking Enosh is right now about going to the theater, right?
And we all are for that.
I understand your point too, right?
Yeah,
like I understand 100% because I'm a single dude. I don't have a family. If I had a family, I'd probably think it was easier to just pay $30 and watch the movie at home, right? Then the kids could be screaming, running around, doing whatever the hell they want to do. Doesn't matter if they sit through it. But I also love going to the movies. It's an experience. That chair is so spoiled. I don't even know what to do with it.
But it's an experience that needs to improve.
And it's an experience that I think, like the airlines and the automotive industry, that is going to get bailed out eventually. I don't think it's going to die, Enosh. I honestly don't think it can die.
There's too many. Well, that's the thing. Is like everybody, when they think of here's the problem. I see everybody, including people like Doomcock and others, like doing all these videos and talking about all these Hollywood elites. They need to be put in their place and to learn a lesson, and we'll see that all crumble and burn to the ground. And it's like they're praising that, and I get it. Like, you got these people making $20 million.
Is that what he's talking about, basically?
No, he's talking about he's talking about movies and stuff. All these actors making $20-30 million a movie. He's talking about all these things, right? And I get all that. Okay, I understand all that. So some of that may actually change and probably needs to change. All that kind of stuff needs to change, where you got these Hollywood elites making $20-50 million. I mean, when Robert Downey Jr., gets to renew his contract for, what was it, $50 to $75 million to play Iron Man a couple of more times. Screw that, because you know who I'm concerned about? I'm concerned about, like,
Jude
Joe
Law.
Schmo.
That guy barely gets work. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm concerned about.
Sorry to interrupt.
I'm concerned about Joe Schmo, who's a key grip, right? I'm concerned about sound techs. I'm concerned about people who edit, and I'm concerned about people.
I am too, but I'm being realistic.
Those are real.
Andrew, you have a comment. Andrew has. I think Andrew has a comment that he wanted to get out. He has a quiet candle.
Well, he wants to talk about Spider-Man. I just want to finish this.
But I gotta get going.
Oh yeah. All right, well, I love you, man. I love you. We're just this was my topic tonight. So, like, if we got to Spider-Man, I'm all for getting to Spider-Man. But
Andrew can talk Spider-Man
because I know Andrew can talk Spider-man, dude. I'm just as excited. Like, if they do it, if they put all 3 Spider-Men, you know, in a movie. You know,
hey, we'll all come in our pants and it'll be great.
we'll all be there. We'll definitely all be there.
Here we go.
We'll all be there. So.
I'm like the wrong one to be talking. I know.
We'll all be spinning our web. How you go? There you go. Right? Like,
Yeah. All right, well, apologies for that, but
all right.
all
right, thank you, Andrew. It's good seeing you, Andrew. Thanks for being on, man. Appreciate it. All right, we'll see you. Silent Scotty he says absolutely movies would get bailed out if for no other reason it's a propaganda engine and they won't let it die. And I think that's the thing. There's just a lot of stuff that that's why there's a lot of people who feel that if I live in the heart of automotive town, right? You know, of automotive country. And so the thing is, there's a lot of people who feel like if the government had just let it go through its natural process, it would have come out the other end changed and different. I don't know.
How is it not though? You have more electric cars going onto the road now than anything else.
but you know what? There's a lot of stuff that's like there's a lot of what would they call that when you just do something to appease people? You know what I mean? It's just like lip service. There's a lot of lip service to it. There's a lot of there's a lot of we're working on stuff. You know what I mean? And it's hard for me to believe that, like, especially with the automotive industry, that we're not further down the line than we were. Because I got friends. I know. But I've got friends.
How much does the movie industry account for? How much does the theater industry account for the unemployment rate? If you close down all the theaters, is your workforce going to suffer that hard? No. It's going to suffer, but is it going to suffer as hard as it did with the auto industry, which was a major driving force, especially in Michigan?
Think about this.
Well, it'll suffer in California. It'll suffer in California, and I'll tell you this: we put a lot of money into for a while. Michigan was becoming a hub of the entertainment industry. I mean, they filmed Transformers here. They filmed Batman v Superman here. Mm-hmm. There's several movies that filmed here until Aaron Brockovich, whatever. That wasn't here. But the thing is that it was until our last governor decided to pull all the or not our last governor, the governor before that decided to pull all the funding for it because they didn't feel that it was bringing in enough money. But they literally gave it a year. They didn't even let it play out. They didn't even let it build. You know, so I think in California you would see probably I think you'd see a pretty good hurt on a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, what I'm
saying
is
a lot of people in the industry.
And I'm not saying they should close theaters. But don't get me wrong. I don't want theaters to close. I don't. But I think that with the evolution that we're seeing in streaming, I think that that's going to be the way everything is going to be going towards now. You see Disney already putting more of their focus on Disney Plus and on their streaming services because that's something that they can control. That's something that they can market, that they can build up to bring them in revenue. And so if that continues to happen and this pandemic doesn't slow down, then yes, I think that you're going to see movie theaters start to disappear. And you're only going to see theaters such as like the IMAX, in my opinion, is worth paying the extra money to go see because that is an experience. Yeah. So how do you make the theater a bigger experience? Well, there's plenty of ways to do that, but now you have to worry about all these new health codes and health regulations that are going to be put into place.
With you.
Well, and here's
I won't be there. I won't be there for that. If
that's what I'm saying.
If movie theaters go for that, the average person's not going to go for because I'm not going to spend the extra money to go for a stupid bigger screen.
We're
just getting old. We're getting old.
Well, that's fine, and
that's going to roller rinks too. When I was a kid,
here we go.
Yeah, but it's not roller rinks.
Evolve or get out of the way. That's what's going on right now. The movie theaters. I think
it's BS. I think it's BS because here's the thing: Disney is not hurting so much because of its movies right now. Disney is hurting because its parks are closed. They can't make ongoing revenue.
Disney is hurting, yeah, because their parks are closed.
And this is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. You got to be careful. You got to be careful for what you're asking for, because I'm telling you right now, if they're allowed, if they keep going this way, and then Disney starts saying, well, we're going to start sending everything to video on demand, all of your movies are going to suck, and they're not going to be worth as much, because they're not going to put the quality into it that we've seen in movies so far. And you are not going to get this.
You're wrong.
They're not. Are they going to put $150 million into a movie that they're going to show on video on demand?
But they wouldn't have to.
Why?
Because I mean, I'm just saying, a lot of the quality that they're putting into stuff now. I mean, especially with, I mean, how much are they putting into the Justice League?
For $70 million.
It's over 70 at this point. Probably,
but either way, there's still going to be that kind of quality there, and I'm sure if there.
But here's the thing, Brian. Video on demand is all based on subscribers. Okay, so what you have to look at, let's just break it down, right? Say you have 100,000 subscribers, right? And let's just make it even. So they're all paying $10, right? So you're bringing in $1 million right now from your streaming service, right? And those are the people that you have. And you say, hey, I'm Disney, I want to make Avengers, 5, right? And here's the thing, though. I'm going to put it on video on demand. I'm not going to send it to theaters. Before, if you send it to theaters, you had a measurable thing where you said, so we're going to make Avengers 5, right? And we're going to spend $150 to $175 million to make this movie, to make it good quality, for all the actors who are going to be in it, for all the CGI, for all those things that have to happen to make that movie. Right,
dictates the price to the theater. Then is that what you mean?
So the thing is
you're
that
looking at black and white.
We know, but hold on though. We know that movie now has to make at the box office at least 3 times its thing, because obviously there's extra costs in there, because that to make the movie, that $150 million to make the movie is not to promote the movie, right? So for it to turn a profit, it has to make so much money, and that's tangible. That's something there. When you have video on demand in a subscriber-based situation, you have the companies are thinking to themselves, okay, we're already making $1 million here, right? Because 100,000 subscribers at $10 a piece. So that's what we're getting right now. We got $1 million. Now let's back it off. Say we're going to say that Avengers costs $1 million, right? Because we're trying to make these numbers low and make it relative, right? So are we going to make a movie that costs the same amount as the amount of subscribers as what our income is right now? It's going to have to at least double or triple the amount of subscribers that you have ongoing for it to make sense for you to put that much money into it. That's what I'm saying. And every movie's not going to do that. Every movie, that's one movie. That's one movie. They're not going to put all the money that they make from their subscription service into one movie. They're going to break it out into all these other movies, and then you're going to get less quality. You're going to get less of everything, and they're not going to be as good as they are now. Look at the ones that are coming out now.
Very narrow
the video
standpoint.
on demand. But the video on demand ones that come out now aren't good.
Enosh, I get what you're saying, but think about it. Those films you're talking about, Avengers 12 or whatnot, every big budget Hollywood blockbuster movie, maybe a CBM, maybe an action movie, maybe whatever. Those movies, those will still get a theatrical release.
How if they all close? You just said if they close.
What I'm saying is that
if you put every other movie into, I'm sorry,
and like that, he's gone.
So here's my fucking thing. I want to ask this to you 4 boys, because I agree with this and that and this and that. But what I want to know is, if they're going to have it on a streaming site, they're going to make all their money in the first 3 weeks, right? Because theaters only hold a certain it only holds a certain number of people. There's only a certain number of people that can go to a movie theater, right?
He's a replicator.
Oh my God. Who is that guy? But I mean, there's only a certain number of people that can go to a movie theater or a ticket thing, because there's this many, right?
Don't do that. Don't do that again.
Yeah.
I don't know. There he goes. Okay.
When you switched,
I don't know what the heck happened there.
Okay, I have a point here. I just want to ask.
Okay, go ahead.
I know what you're talking about. But now I want to go to the theater too. This just doesn't. I'm playing devil's advocate, but if we have it on a streaming site, how many more people can watch it within that first couple days? How much more profit do they make in those first couple weeks, as opposed to an definitive number of people that can actually go to a theater? So that thing only holds 300 people. They only do 3 showings a day. That's 900 people that can see that movie in Flint. Let's just hypothetical. Okay. Sure. Now, streaming service, say there's 120,000 people in Flint. Yeah. Say 100,000 of those people want to see that movie.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
here's the problem though with that though, Tony. But here's the problem with that right off the bat. Those 900 people a day, they have to take money to the theater, plop it down, and give it to somebody.
I agree.
Those 100,000 people who want to watch it on TV, a couple things can happen. One, they have to get a subscription, but everybody doesn't get a subscription, right? How many people are using mom and dads and grandmas and uncles?
Dude, I have a Disney. My friend gave me Disney Plus just so I can watch The Mandalorian.
So what I'm saying is, and I want to address what Max says here, because I appreciate Max's comments too, and he says I disagree. Streaming content is superior to recent movies. Compare HBO content to Disney movies. Compare The Mandalorian to the sequel trilogy or Solo. I fundamentally agree with that, or disagree with and agree with it at the same time. The Mandalorian is fabulous. It's cinematic. It's done very, very well, but it's one show. You cannot sustain that and have that much content coming out to have multiple good movies coming out every year on video on demand that are going to cost that much money to make.
How long did Game of Thrones go? How long did fucking The Walking Dead go? And you can't make that point, because those were cinematic episodes of TV.
And how many of those shows are on each network?
It's true. No, they had their own. Yeah.
But
I agree.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. The Mandalorian is great, and that can be your big one. You can have that, and you might get away with a couple more. But if you don't have the subscribers coming in to bring enough money in to cover all of that, where else are you going to get the money?
That's also the point, though. How are they going to know?
They're not paying per episode.
Crack cocaine.
If they don't experiment.
Let Brian talk. Let Brian talk.
Go ahead, Brian.
Sure, how are they going to know if they don't experiment? How are they going to know if they don't put out a show like The Mandalorian? And if The Mandalorian bombs, then they won't make shows like that. But if it does great, more shows will be like that. The quality will increase. The competition will be there.
How will it increase, Brian?
Is the theaters are basically just a middleman at this point. All they are is they're just a vessel. Okay? And I'm sorry if the theaters close. A lot of the theaters are part-time work. So I'm sorry. It's not like it's
the average age of a theater person is
it's your first or second job.
I used to work at a theater a long time ago.
I'm not trying to discount a theater, but theaters have their down parts too. Also, movies have not been as good as they've been over the last 30 some odd years. Movies have gotten watered down. Who wants to see Star Wars 10? After a while, you get. I mean, I want to get it.
I do.
Star Wars was a bad example, but I'm just saying it's like
it's gonna be bad, but we all want it.
I had no interest in seeing Fast and the Furious movies at all.
No, I don't either.
So it's like, how are they going to keep churning that up, trying to get people to go to the theaters when it's just like, you know what? It gets to the point where show me something. Give me a reason to go to the theaters besides Avengers Endgame. Once a year, I want more of a reaon to go to the theaters.
And
they're not giving that to me.
That's fair.
So that's fair. But here, so Phobic brings up an interesting point for once. No, just messing. He says season 2 of Mando was funded because Disney Plus was successful with the first season. Was it? Because here's the thing. You know how many people I know who they wanted to watch The Mandalorian, so they subscribed to Disney Plus for a couple of months, and then they dropped their subscription. And here's the thing. Here's the thing.
$20 Disney got.
So here's the thing. This is my point. There's only so many people. This is what you're going to have to do. You can't look when you go to the movies and you plop down your $20 for your movie, it goes to that movie, right? It goes to pay towards that movie. And then what the profit goes to of that movie goes to help fund other movies. Okay, and pay everybody, pay all the other people, right?
Because they already paid everybody. That's what we don't
but
understand.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem, though. When you watch a show on streaming, you're not paying per episode. You're not paying per movie. You're paying one for all the content. So the only way that this is sustainable, is the Mulan route, where you literally say, okay,
where you tack on an extra $30
for every movie that you
at the same time, though, you know,
I have no problem with that.
You're banking on the
Really?
idea that
that's awesome.
I got no problem with
for
that either.
every movie.
Every movie, don't care. Well, it depends on what movie, but the big tent poles, $30, no problem.
It's still not going to do it. Still not going to.
You do it to get it 5 days earlier than the Blu-ray when you buy the digital copy, because you pay more for that then.
I have no issue with this.
But here's my thing, though, is that
to never see it in the theater.
Enosh, you're assuming that every consumer out there is a savvy consumer. You know how many people will subscribe to this shit and they don't ever unsubscribe to their services because they're too lazy to get back on there and do it? You know how many people have like 6 streaming services or 4 or 3 and they haven't gone on there? Exactly. You're banking on everybody being that savvy. People aren't as savvy as one another. So you're going to have people that have 4 or 5 different services and they haven't canceled yet because they haven't gotten around to it. Because they keep telling themselves, well, if I do, I'm going to end up signing up for it again because I want to watch that one show when it comes back around next year. Hence, now you have multiple streaming services happening all at once. You haven't canceled them yet because you haven't gotten around to it. The kids are little. They're watching Disney Plus. I don't got time to review all my shit. How much am I paying for this? I don't know. I still have Sirius XM. Damn, I didn't even know I still had that. That's what I'm saying. Is that
tell me what you're gonna do then. So tell me what you're gonna do, because it's easy to say, well, I paid $30 for this movie. I paid $30 for that movie. When all these services start saying, hey, you like this show? You have to pay for every episode, or you have to pay for the season of this show right now.
You know that's coming already, though. Like, I don't like it.
I don't know about that, because if you start doing that, people stop watching. People stop watching.
Episode people,
but here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Not sustainable. That's what I'm saying. You can't make the stuff if there's no money coming in.
But you know what? People want it. People want it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think people understand what they're going to get with it.
Find a way.
I just paid $6 the other day to get Much Music so I could watch the friggin' pandemic special South Park episode. Okay, like honestly, I didn't have the channel. I hit the remote and it's like, you don't have this channel. Pay $6 to get it, and I'm like,
sure,
I want to watch this.
And honestly,
hour-long South Park special. Now, who knows how long this $6 is on my bill for now?
Yeah, because Tony's going to forget. Tony's having a drink. He's going to get drunk. He's going to fall asleep. He's going to get up in the morning, talk about the episode, go, oh, yeah, I got to go on there and cancel that shit. Along with 3 other things I have to do, and he's going to forget.
Yeah, I get it. Hey, Benson's, by the way, I put your comment up before this, and I was going to read it, but thank you so much for the £5. The super chat. I really appreciate it. I'll give you a clap too, even though Phobic doesn't like it.
Oh yeah,
heck yeah.
Here's what Phobic likes.
$5 super chat.
I love when you do that. He looks like the monkey, like it's like the clapping monkey. Yeah, the symbol.
Exactly what that is.
Okay. So he says, taking my kids to the movie holds very special memories. It will be very sad to lose these moments. Streaming wars are coming. Stay safe, guys. Mark. I get and Max is like, is this Nerd Wars?
Oh no.
No, we all like each other. We all love movies. We all either way, no matter what happens, I think we all agree we just want to see movies. We're all just getting to the point where it's like, I'm done with this, man. Like people were literally telling, well, you're not going to go to the theater, are you, if it opens?
But you're being stubborn because you're staying on your point of view and how you perceive things. You have to look at it on a grander scale, on a large scale. The mass public is not going to do what the 5 of us would do. No,
my
They're
question,
going to
my answer
stay
to that question
home
is-
because people don't want to be around other people.
How much is a Disney Plus? How much is a Disney Plus?
Doesn't matter. It
Subscription.
doesn't matter.
Hold on.
No,
How
no,
much
no.
is it? How much is a Disney Plus subscription?
$11.99.
$12, right?
A month?
A
Yeah.
month.
Well, that's
Okay.
for the
So like
bundle. It's
$140 a
$7.99
year.
if you just.
Oh yeah, $7.99 if you just have the streaming service by itself.
Okay, so
$140 a
$7.99,
year.
$8, right? $8
Okay.
a month.
He's not trying to break down the cost.
Right?
Okay, $96 a year.
So 90. So let's round it up. Let's say $100, right? A year.
So that's $180 Canadian.
What's up, bad Dan?
There you go. That's a good deal. Right,
A loony and
no,
a toonie.
A loony, a toonie.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, though. If everybody in the country, say all 300 million, there's probably more by now, but roughly, plus 300 million people subscribe
Maybe.
just in the United States at $7.99.
Come on, okay.
You're insignificant.
Everybody, literally every person, how much is that?
At 300 million?
I don't have a calculator.
I don't have a calculator.
Well,
I'm
it's
not
just
smart.
3 times
I'm
8.
not an Android.
3 times 8 is 24, right?
There you go. So it's 240 or $2.4 billion. Whatever. That's what it is.
Is it 2.4 billion or is it 24? It's 2.4, right?
Well, I think it's 2 zeros. So yeah, no, it's 2.4 billion.
Hold on. We'll solve
People in
this.
the chat, how much is it?
Math.
But no, what I'm gonna say though
Hey
is,
Siri. Hey Siri.
do I want to go see that
How
movie?
much is 8?
No, there's not a movie in the next
How much is
year,
8
so that I really want to go
times
see.
100?
When Fast 12 comes out,
Yeah,
am I going to pay money to go see it in the theater, or would I pay for it on video on demand or on a streaming service? I would pay to see it at home. Now, if Avengers, if Justice League,
yes. If it
That's
was a
not the
movie
question.
worth
if the
seeing,
big
I'll go pay to see it.
major
But if it's not,
tentpole
I won't
movies,
care. Won't go see
Okay,
it.
but you're
if
missing
there's
my
a
point.
Christopher
You're
Nolan
missing
movie,
my
I
point.
want to see it in the theater because of the sound.
If they go to if they start pulling movies from theatrical runs and they start putting them all on streaming service like that, here's your problem.
What?
You can
There
watch
is a
it with no
limited
shirt on.
there is a limited amount of money that is going to come into the streaming service, because if you're only getting $2.4 billion for all of the for everybody literally subscribed to you, one Avengers movie makes that almost.
You don't think that
One movie
subscriptions would go up though? If
How
it
they
was
go up?
only
This
going to
is my
be
point.
on
This is
that
my
streaming
point.
site?
We just literally said that's everybody in the United States.
Okay, you're right.
One Avengers movie at the theater.
Never made $2.4 billion.
It's made over 2
worldwide.
It's made over 2.
No, because
I'm just
if you
saying,
do
but
this,
over time,
if you do this, if we go worldwide numbers, you have to now go. We're gonna do this number times 7 billion.
yeah, but 7.
That's every person in the world. You cannot have an argument.
But that's what I'm saying. But hold on. But that's my
worldwide.
point. That's my point. Is we know that not everybody's going to do it. So you're not even going to get to that number. Is what I'm saying. You're not going to get to that number. And so what I'm saying is, if you have a sure thing where you put out an Avengers movie, it's going to make a couple $1 billion as long as you put out good content, or you say every person on the planet has
what
to.
you're not getting is that
make your
if
money.
people don't want to go to a theater, they're not going to go regardless.
What happens if that streaming service is
cannot-
actually opens up worldwide?
You
It's
cannot
a dying
force
medium.
somebody to go to a theater. People have to want to go to a theater. Do I want to go to a theater?
Well, then-
Fuck yeah, I want to go to a theater. Do we all want to go to a theater? Yes, we do.
I want to
But
go to the
people-
theater with all 4 of you dudes. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Heck
My-
yeah.
It would
My
be
diner
horrible
check-
because I'd never get to watch the movie. We'd all be talking and yelling at each other, but I'd be drunk by the end. So it would
It'd be fun.
If I might interject,
Go ahead.
Yes. Ambassador.
this ultimately comes down to one simple fact. If the theaters are going to survive, then the studios are going to have to put out better films.
Thank you.
And in order to do that, they're going the entertainment industry. I'm not saying Hollywood. I'm saying the entertainment industry is going to have to shake the cobwebs off their brains and realize that what they're doing is not working. It's what Brian has been saying. Give me a reason to go to the movies again. Give me a good movie. Now, as much as I love superhero movies, and I have, give me something other than a superhero movie.
Yes.
Give me something
Yeah,
other
that's all
than
there is now. I mean,
give me something other than
Stop putting out remakes.
Yes.
Yeah, no more remakes, please.
Original content, please. But
Yes.
the only original content
exactly
is on streaming services now. So it's
exactly.
So it's like, where do you
And
go?
phobic. No, this is not. It doesn't cost anymore because it's all delivered digitally. So it's all the exact same thing. It's just
where they
competition
save the money is in their marketing.
Yes.
The money's in the marketing, but they're still going to have to market the heck out of it.
No. Look at the Monday Night Wars, okay? WCW versus WWE. When there was competition, they got better. The production quality got better. The way they paid the wrestlers got better. I mean,
because
those
they had to.
Yes, because they had to evolve to make the business better. Now look at them. They're not evolving for shit. Nobody cares. So it's like movie theaters are going to go that same route if they don't make it better.
Yes.
Make it more like an event.
But
make the movies better. So it's like
I'm just saying no, you're good. I'm just saying I've got
want real butter on my popcorn.
Okay. So in my area, there used to be 7 movie theaters. Okay. Now there are 3. No, there's 3. There's 3. But here's the thing. There is a movie theater that's literally just a few minutes from here, and it's got the IMAX. It's got all the 3D movies. It's the fancy movie theater, so it's the new one that was built, recently, and it's been there for a while now. But it's like that's where everybody says that they got to flock to. I hate going to that theater.
Then you hate it.
But look, the theater around the corner from my house, they put in stadium seating.
Okay,
they're just fine. It's all comfortable. I don't want to go to a theater with recliners. I don't want to do that. I fall asleep.
Why not? It's so much better.
I don't want to go to a theater where they're serving dinner and waiters and waitresses are walking past me while I'm trying to pay attention to a freaking movie.
About, though, is that they're going to have to change it to where
that's what regular fans want, though. They want the amenities.
It has to be an
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's not going to a movie. That's why everybody freaking doesn't understand Batman v Superman, because they were fiddling with their popcorn. They're kissing their girlfriend. They're spilling their pop. They're walking everywhere. They're talking on their phone. They're doing everything but watching BVS. And they don't understand. They don't understand what the Omega symbol is in the freaking ground during the thing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm just passionate about, because I'm sick of having to explain crap to people because they already don't pay attention at the movies, and they don't pay attention when they're at home either, because they're going to the bathroom and talking on the phone and doing everything else but watching a freaking movie. Do you not understand what I'm saying? I'm saying watch the freaking movie. Stop all this other BS and watch the movie.
Why did that when I can watch it?
Someone's got to clip that right there.
No, I want to take it as a screenshot.
Hey, Enosh. Enosh.
Amen, brother.
Thank you.
Enosh, I completely agree with you. The problem is people. Now, I'm not saying all people.
I love you guys.
Some people don't go to the movies to go to the movies. They go to socialize, and that's
not the
you
place for socialization. Go to a
but
freaking
they do it.
restaurant.
You know how many online dating sites people meet up? What do they go do? They go eat.
They go to a movie.
Go to a movie.
Why would you go to a movie? You're not even going to talk.
That's what they do. That's what they do. And then they try to make out with each other when they're there, or who knows? But my point is this. Do I want theaters to go away? No.
Real quick. Benson's with another 5 pounds.
Thank you.
Love you guys. It says so. There you go. So many streaming.
I'm talking about Benson.
Sorry, I had to go with Nicotina there.
I hear you. I hear you. So where was I? Okay. So Benson's, now I will tell you guys, Benson's is Mark is in the UK, and he actually he's never asked me to do this. I don't even think he's actually aware that he may be aware of this, but I know his website that he has.
Where he lives.
I know where he lives. for some reason it's not loading.
Like, I know his wife. Oh shit.
No, here we go.
Earth, that would have been way weirder.
Sorry. For some reason, it's not loading. I was trying to show it, and it's not loading here. I don't know why it's not loading. Dang it.
It's because it doesn't like you, Enosh.
Probably not. For some reason, my internet's acting all squirrely tonight. There's another problem.
Blood
Try
pressure.
streaming something at home when you're streaming or when your internet's not working.
Yeah,
that's not my problem. I have great internet.
But look, you can go.
You have the best internet in the world. It still does screw up.
Especially if you're in the UK. It's bensonsemporium.co.uk. They got a lot of great stuff, toys, all kinds of awesome stuff. And thank you for he's not like, I don't have any, deal with Benson's.
I don't see any pictures though.
I know. I don't know what's going on. I know because everything was up. Everything was up and running. I don't know. My internet's kicked me off twice tonight.
The pandemic.
So probably.
I've seen you freeze twice.
You mentioned the key words.
Yeah, but so anyways, he says here, so I want to thank Benson's because he supports the channel, and I'm grateful, Mark. And so he says, so many streaming services available and more coming, streaming price wars coming. I would pay monthly for Nicotina's Wedding Singer like this.
Like this. That's what they're talking about.
What's that?
The John Lovett scene.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Who can move and shake like this?
Yeah. Like this. That's the best part of the movie. Yeah, I played that clip the other day on the show.
He's losing his mind.
And I'm repeating.
Thank you, Music Man. I appreciate you.
That's just a general statement. That's like, fuck yeah, Enosh.
Clip this rant and upload it. I will. I'll clip that rant.
Man, good to see you, man.
I love it, Ronan. Simmer down now.
He's just almost John Campia level ranting here.
No, because Enosh rants with purpose. The other guy just does it because, and
not only that, but what happens when the content on YouTube actually becomes better to watch than streaming content? Because I'll tell you right now, between all of you guys' channels, I watch that more than I watch streaming.
And
I pay for that.
That's the theatrical quality, though. Like if they put it up, they do that Game of Thrones thing where you're watching that, and you're like, okay, I got it.
Here is another look at this, right? So Brian has a very good point, and I was having this conversation earlier today with my wife. Mm-hmm. Now, with media being pushed more towards streaming, right?
Yeah.
You're already seeing people are watching more and more YouTube, right? So the shows that you guys watch on YouTube, that everyone watches on YouTube, what's the difference between those shows and the shows you watch on streaming? The difference is
scripted.
You get the social interaction.
Yes, you get to
that
interact
people
with people
are looking for. The acknowledgement and the interaction that you can't get when you watch a show, because as you're watching the show, there's no way to interact with it. Now they'll make interactive movies.
YouTube channels.
Exactly. So
but to a point, because I'll be honest with you, a lot of people watch the replays. So some people catch it, like live, and that's great. And we appreciate all those people, but a lot more people catch the replays of these live shows.
But what I'm saying is
I get what you're saying. But I can't interact with the boys, but I love y'all. And as much as I love watching y'all's streams and I love being on them and I love having you guys on my stream, I'll cancel even doing a stream to go watch the boys, you know what I mean? Or whatever show I want to actually watch, you know what I mean? So it's different entertainment. That's like saying, do you want to go to a concert? Do you want to go to a concert or do you want to go to, a movie?
Like Scotty said in Star Trek Generations, if something's important, you make the time.
I like what Phobic said. TV is dead. YouTube is king. Yeah, that's good. If I can only get to 1,000 subs, it'd be even better.
Hey guys,
welcome to Nicotina. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Nicotina, I think you, me, and Brian need to do a subscriber drive so we can all three of us get to 1,000.
Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna do a telethon.
Yeah.
Dude,
I will say this, guys. I will say this. Look, guys, if you're not subscribed, to some of these guys, Go do it. Go. What are you
Subscribe
waiting
to
for?
all you boys.
That's what I'm
All of
saying. That's what I'm saying. Go do it, man. Go.
Phobic
go-
won't subscribe to me because I won't tolerate his crap. I guarantee
What
it.
have you got to lose?
I'm trying to.
I'm on all your trains. I don't even actually have. I can't even like. I'm not even. When Enosh asks us at the end, "Hey, where am I going to see you?" I'm like, restaurant.
Right.
On
Hey, I
here.
figured it out. I figured it out. I figured it out. So here we go. So check out Benson's. It's it's Benson's what is it? I had it here.
That's right.
Here we go. See, there's stuff there.
Scotty gets it.
Bensons.co.uk categories.
Scotty gets it.
Nice. But you see here, like he's got
waited for
toys.
chick toys. Are you
toys.
serious?
Stop.
Gosh, this is getting
Stop.
awkward.
No. Look, there's Batman right there.
There's
Look,
a Barbie next to him.
wow.
What's happening? What is this?
look, there's
If
Wonder
it wasn't
Woman.
for Barbie, we'd never had He-Man. So think
Right.
about that.
Heck yeah,
What?
wouldn't have G.I. Joe. Wouldn't have had any of that stuff.
So he
man.
just sells toys.
No, he doesn't sell toys. Look,
What?
he's got cosmetics, he's got toys, he's got all like a bunch of different stuff. This is just what I'm finding here.
Toys.
Categories are up here.
This is like an online Walmart from Europe.
Do I look like I wear makeup?
But
No,
listen,
I'm just saying he has cosmetics for toys.
yeah.
If you need a little lipstick for that Barbie, he's got it.
Hey,
No.
look. There are
One person
lots.
might play with Barbies in the panel around the chat is phobic.
Yeah, you know what? Here you go. I am gonna put this. I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna paste it right here. This is Benson's right here. So go show him some love. Like, look, I believe in showing some support. I know it's the UK or whatever, but you know what? Actually, he's had some toys on there that I've been looking for a while, and and I'm just telling you, I love support. Just like I'm saying, support all you guys. Go subscribe to these guys.
Oh, yeah.
Show, you know what I mean? Like spread the love around. I love Mountains of Elysium here says, put their channel links in the chat. We definitely will.
Subscribe to Mountains of Elysium too. He has a channel.
Heck yeah.
He works.
You guys,
he works
if you guys will, give me, type out the links and put them in the private chat, and then I'll just copy them over because I want to bring up a thing here because Cylon was supporting Zentech's comment that I was trying to bring up. Oh, and by the way, Benson's did say that maybe we could work out a discount code for Poindexter Lounge people. So that'd be awesome.
There we go.
Hey, check it out. Okay, so Zentech says has an interesting comment. He says, "Hey, since the focus will no longer be on those big budget blockbusters, do you guys think that we may get more filmmaker story driven movies moving forward?"
Yeah, quite possibly better
Of
movies.
course,
I mean,
of
I think that'd be
course.
great.
Because now they know that the money is in putting the stories and putting all that in the filmmaker's hands.
Yeah.
The making the show, if not the movie, unique to that filmmaker is what people are looking for these days.
Mm-hmm.
What separates one show or one movie from another? That's what makes the difference. Pumping out as many as you can, making them cookie cutter, making them very predictable. No, that's not what people are looking for.
Hey, Phobic.
Now, if you're talking fast food, yeah.
Hey, Phobic, that's just not cool, man. Like, this is somebody's job. Look, man, you're hitting a couple things, man. I like you usually, and I know that you love rubbing people the wrong way, but the thing earlier with Melissa, and now talking about this guy's work. Like, this guy's a supporter of the channel, and I'm going to stand up for people who support the channel, and not just my channel, but I've seen Benson's and other people's channels and in other people's things, and look, that's not cool. That's not cool. I'm just saying that's not cool. I don't usually say stuff like that but that's somebody's livelihood. And just like I had a problem with Doomcock going on and gloating about how 28,000 people lost their jobs at Disney. Look, I was right. Doomcock can take that and shove that up his other side, because you know what? That's somebody's livelihood. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about literally the future of people being able to support themselves, and anything is only worth how much somebody's willing to pay for it. So there you go. So anyways, I just put Ambassador's channel in there, the link that he put up. Who else is in here? Who else put theirs on there? Who's this one? Oh, this is Nicotina's.
You put your own channel in there?
No, I put what you guys put. Whatever you guys put. Did you guys put it?
I have an idea for a channel. I just don't know if I'm going to do it.
There we go. There's Nicotina's. There's Nicotina's. Brian's got a channel. So if here we go.
There it is.
Brian, here comes Brian's right up in here.
All right, bring her in there.
Bring her in.
Oh, hey, dude! The other day when we were doing when you guys were doing your Star Wars stream, dude, Brian was hitting. It was hitting right at home when he was talking about the Niners. I was like, oh man.
Oh yeah, no.
The worst part. Oh god, the worst part was you were like, someone said something about being unpredictable. You're like, yeah, like the 2029ers. Like, oh.
It was like, I couldn't pass it up though. I was like, no, damn it.
All right.
Garoppolo, is he hurt? Is he not hurt?
3 losses? What's going on?
Oh, to the Dolphins.
They look so bad this week. So bad this week. I took them and they looked so bad.
You know what, Phobic? People only spend money when they have it. Nobody's asking people to spend any money. I'm sorry if you don't like it, then that's your problem. You know what? Somebody's going to spend money on something somewhere. And I'm sorry, but that's not cool. And hopefully you learn something in timeout.
Thank you.
Because I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Look, nobody's begging anybody for money up in here. I simply said, yes, it's somebody who supports my channel that I like, that leaves comments. It's just has never asked me to do anything for him. Mark has never asked me to support his website. He's never asked me to do a commercial for his website. He's never asked me to do anything like that. He might
not understand exchange rates. That's all. You know what I mean? Like, he's looking at these prices going, this is way too much. But you don't understand.
Don't buy it.
Don't
buy it. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. It's as simple as that.
That is 100% true. If you don't want to spend your money, don't spend it.
It's as simple as that, and that's all I'm going to say about it. And I'm gonna give you an example right now because this is something that I've been liking to do because I know people dig it. But it's a toy of the stream. And by the way, if Ambassador's link wasn't working quite right, here's one that will. So there you go.
Yeah. Sure.
So here's a toy of the stream. You guys ready for this? Who can tell me what this is?
A shark.
It's a shark.
No, but what is it though? Hold on. It's a bath toy.
Oh.
Is that the whale from Pinocchio?
No.
Oh,
Johnny Quest.
It's not Johnny Quest either. It's
something very old. I don't know what that is.
I'm older than you too, Enosh. I should know what this is.
Oh yeah, you should.
I have seen it before.
I am not sure. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I have seen this before, but I can't remember what this is.
When I saw it today in the store, I thought I knew what it was, and I had to look it up to verify, and I was right.
What is it?
What is it?
I don't know if you. I think it's too bright here, so you can't probably see the. No, you can't see the stamp. No, you can't see the stamp. Okay, so this right here was a game. This was a game from 1975.
Where born yet?
Where this sat up. This sat up like this. Sat up like this.
Threw shit into its mouth.
The mouth came open. Look. There's actually teeth. I'm going to try to find teeth online to
what do you do with it?
It had a bunch of like junk in there that you had to fish out somehow.
Oh, I remember that with a little yes.
This is Jaws.
Oh,
the game. This is actually from Jaws.
Oh, that movie disturbed me as a child. That's one of the
this is from Jaws. This is an actual thing from Jaws, and this is where I found it today. I went into this resale store that I just happened to be driving past, and it'd been a while since I'd been in there, and I went in there, and this guy has got this little tub of toys right next to the cash register that he's not selling. He's just got there for like, you remember how you go to the doctor's office and like they're doing like communal things, right? So the last time I went in there, he had this. He had a mask toy. Okay. Kidding? No, I kid you not. This toy right here, which like, dude, is like this is part of my childhood. First of all, I had this when I was a kid, but this is a legitimate toy that like collectors are looking for. This is a toy that should be preserved, not tossed in a bin for kids to like break and destroy and stuff.
And the guy was with it too, the pilot?
Look, no, I had to buy the guy separate.
I was going to say, wow.
But the thing, and he's just acting like it was just a car, right? And I'm like, no, dude, you don't know what this is. I'm like, look, and I'm all for it. Look, kids need to be able to play with toys.
What'd you pay?
Kids need. I only paid $2 for this.
Oh,
this one,
wow.
this one right here. Yeah, I paid $2.
Like,
but check this out though. So check this out. So
he marks up the price now. Oh, I'll sell it to you for $100.
Well, so the thing is though, is I'm all for. I'm not one of these collectors who like kids don't need to be around toys or play with toys. You know, they're for adults or whatever. I'm not like that. But when you see a piece of history that needs to be preserved, that you don't just toss into a pile and let it get destroyed because there's not many around anymore. Okay. And so the thing is, I walked in and I saw this and I reached down and I picked it up and the guy looks at me and he goes, he obviously didn't recognize me from last time. He ended up remembering me later, but he looked at it and he says, none of that stuff's for sale. And I said,
what a jerk.
He said, can I please buy this? And he's like, no. He's like, I just throw that in there for the kids so that they can play with stuff. He's like, and I'm like, and I said, dude, do you know what this is? And he says, yeah, I think it's the Jaws thing from the 70s. He's like, I get it and stuff, but I put it in there for the kids to play with. I'm like, but sir, look, I got 3 boys and I understand that. And I'm all for that. But here's the thing, something like this, I said, dude, get a rubber shark, throw it in there. Let the kids play. He's like, but all the kids go and they gravitate right to the shark and they're playing with it and stuff and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, this is something that like you don't toss around and break, right? Look at these fins. These fins are very thin plastic. Right. And I'm just imagining like, he's like, we'll come back in a couple of weeks and I'll think about it. I'm like, dude, this may not be around in a couple of weeks. Like if you put this in there and like, they're letting kids bang it around and play with it.
From the 70s. Though.
This is, right. I'm like, I'm just saying.
So how did you get to the point where you said, okay, I'll sell it to you?
Because I told
you wouldn't
him,
leave.
Well,
yeah, I want to know what you did.
I told him, I said, listen,
he just ran off with it.
Yeah.
I'll give you
$150. I said, look, man, I'm all with you. I understand that kids need to be able to play with toys. I said, I'm all for that. I said, but here's the thing, man. This isn't just a regular toy. Look, I said, this isn't just a regular toy. I said, this is something that needs to be preserved because it's part of history. It's from a movie that's very special. And I said, if I had this, I said, I would protect this. I said, you got a lot of antiques here because the guys that got antiques and stuff. And I said, you may just look at this as a piece of plastic or a toy. I said, but to some people, I said, just like you got these cabinets and you got all these different things here. I said, this is something that is special to some people. And I said, I'd like to buy it from you to be able to preserve it so that it doesn't get broken or something like that. And plus I love Jaws. My kids love Jaws. I've got like the newer Jaws toys right over here. I said, this would be something that I would like to add and display in my house.
How much? Yeah.
I tried to offer him $5 for it. He says, well, I wouldn't do it for $5. He says, but like if you made me an offer, like I couldn't refuse, then I guess I would do it. And he says,
$10.
And I was like, well, we're going to go within reason. Look, I do believe it needs to be protected, but
I'm going to say 3.
I gave him $10 for it. That was all the cash that I had. Plus, he was cash only, which I don't understand.
And you did very, very, very well.
So I gave him $10 for it.
He said, and when you're finished, you have to say, "Oh, what a lovely tea party."
That's funny.
So, but that's your toy of the day of the stream. It's Jabberjaw. I like that. It's Jabberjaw.
Jabberjaw.
So I told him, I was like,
this?
I like how they put a bull shark though as like Jaws.
Oh, dude, you know what, dude? I'm gonna block you again if you don't stop. Because here's the thing: ain't nobody asking. How do you figure? I got people in here who don't give a dime to the channel, don't give a dime to anybody else. This is kind of pissing me off right now because
what are you talking about?
Because this doesn't make any sense. There's nothing about this channel that has ever asked for anybody for anything any more than anything else. That's stupid. That is
I've
that
been
is
on
a,
for 2.5 hours and there's been one super chat, man. Like,
shut up. Shut up. And if people want to give, what's it to you? I'm sure you spend your money someplace else. You're one of the two things. You're either jealous of people who actually have expendable income that actually want to help somebody else out or give to something else or do whatever. Look, we got in here Benson's. He makes money and it's his money to do with whatever he wants to do with it. If you want to go to the movies, that's fine. You're going to watch all these movies on streaming. You're going to give your money to the big corporation. Go for it. Be my guest. But you're not going to come in here acting rude to everybody. And listen, I've been fine with you, man, because I get your shtick. I get it. But you need to get over that when you're starting to make it personal with people. I'm not Max. Okay. I'm nice to a fault, but that really pisses me off because you start attacking people in my stream that are good people, and you're going to have a problem with me.
And me.
I like having you around. I like dissenting opinions, but this is most certainly is a place for nerds, and it's for everybody. And look, there's plenty of people who've never given a dime to this channel who are I read their comments constantly. They're on the program, for goodness sake. So get over that. Man, that's just dumb. That's just dumb. Melissa, we love you very much.
I like you, Melissa.
Everybody loves you, Melissa.
Melissa, you're a sweetheart.
Mark at Benson's. I love you, man. You're a great guy. I love your comments. I love you being a part of here. I love everybody who's a part of it. I love you, Phobic, but I'm just not going to put up with that. Look, everything's based on respect here. Everything's based on respect. I respect you. We just sat here for 2 hours. We just sat here arguing for 2 hours about movies. But the thing is that we all still love each other at the end of the day.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, we all have our own opinions, and that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, Zentek is like Kavari 2.0. We haven't seen Kavari in a while. But
really.
Okay. Whatever. Well, I don't know who this Ebosh is. Max is probably better than Ebosh. I agree with that. Bat Dan says, I would not currently give people super chats because money is tight for me, but I totally support other people who want to give money to these awesome YouTube channels. Look, that's fine. Like I said, nobody's begging anybody for money just because I say, hey, if you can go buy stuff. You're going to go buy stuff on eBay. You're going to go buy stuff on Amazon. Go give your money to Amazon, I guess. Kavari. I call him Kavari. Yeah. Go ahead, Phobic. Give your money to Amazon. I guess you're mad too when you have to go to the store and buy food, right? Because, oh my God, people don't have money, right? So you got to do that too. Whatever. Anyways, yeah. So we're closing up here. Nicotine has got to run. We're all got to run. It's like we've gone for a couple of hours. This has been a great. It's been a lot of fun. I like dissenting opinions. I do like dissenting opinions. I like when we're able to have good discourse, and then at the end of that, we're able to walk away and go, "Hey, guess what we're gonna do?
We're all still friends.
We're all still friends." And yes. We're all passionate.
We had good intercourse, and
we're passionate about what we love, man. All of us are.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off of this and go watch Star Trek. So it's gonna be fun.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna go to bed.
I might even
Brian. I want to see
even join Brian.
Talama Parkwa.
Exactly. Talama Parkwa all day long.
Put up the picture. Talama Parkwa.
Yes. I was just looking for it.
Put up that picture.
There it is.
Dude, it's like midnight here. I could actually just make dinner.
And there it is. And just for the naysayers, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you know what costs you absolutely nothing? Free comic book of the week. That's right. Free comic book of the week.
Brought to you one of these days.
Brought to you by our friends at the Milee Store on eBay. That's right. Every week, Crush It, who's a great supporter of all of our channels and is on all of our channels. Crush It has donated for free a ton of comic books, ladies and gentlemen. And here they are.
I'm an employee now, and I don't get to win. You know what I mean? Like,
you can win.
Yeah, I don't get to win anymore.
All you got to do is answer the question, and you can win a free comic book. Sent to you.
Already
And guess who pays for that?
I know the
And guess what? Guess what? You don't have to pay anything as the person who receives it. Even Ufobik can win it. That's right. And guess who pays out of his own pocket to mail the stuff? You're looking at him. So there you go. So here's the thing. This week's question is a Voltron
If I don't get
question.
you backboard soon, though, I'm going to destroy you for holding those comics up like that. I swear to God.
They're not like, okay. All right. I get you. Look, check it out. Check it out. So here's a nice one.
Okay.
Right?
It's not the one I gave you.
Backing board. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a nice one. All right. So here's this week's nerd question of the week. You ready? This week's nerd question is a Voltron related question. It is, who was the original pilot of the Blue Lion on Voltron, Defender of the Universe?
Oh, do you mean this right here?
I was gonna say Billy, but that's the Power Rangers.
That lion, yes, that lion.
The new Voltron tin.
That girl right there. That girl right there. That girl right there.
That's not it.
She's the second one.
She's the second one. She's the second one.
But this is the
Princess
original
Allura.
tin.
Yep.
What's in there?
Oh, look at there.
Actually, kind of freaking.
Uh-oh. What are you doing?
Oh,
What are you
shit.
showing? What are you
Sorry,
showing?
I showed it.
There he is. That's the guy in the blue outfit.
Look at there. Look at there.
It was the Blue Ranger.
I showed
Billy.
it.
All right.
But these are like tins. They're pretty
Gone
cool.
off the rails.
So who is? What's the name? And look, here's the thing. It doesn't matter because you know what?
Palama Parkwa.
Because
You
it's
can
not.
see
It's
the
not.
picture all day. You're never
It's
gonna know
not.
her
Yeah,
name.
it's not one person, anyways. That like just answers and gets it because we take all the correct answers, we put them together, and then one person wins the comic book every week. So there you go.
It has been said that an individual wins a comic on his show.
That it has been said that.
Wait, is it? It has been said, or is it? It has been noted.
It has been noted. It's been noted.
It's been noted.
That looks disturbing. I don't know.
I know, it looks horrifying. looks like something got a saw.
It has been noted. But hey, you know what? If you go to the Milee store, guess what? And you mention the Poindexter Lounge, you get 10% off of all your purchases, or Toys or buy two, get one free. Take that and shove it in your pipe and smoke it. So there you go. All those links are in the description below, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Look, we've had a good time. I've had a good time. I don't know if any of you guys caught it. We started this series, Let's Talk Star Wars, where last night you can find it here on the channel where we talked about episode 1, me, Tiffany, Goldman, and of course our good friend Dawson.
I'm gonna remain quiet about this one. It was basically it was Enosh, Tiff, and a couple of kids.
Yeah. Nick, you and I should be there too. I know. I know.
I'm vengeance.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
It's a prequel
I'm gonna
love
take that as
fest.
a no.
Hey.
Never rub another man's rhubarb.
I love Jordan made me this after that.
What are you supposed to be?
I love it. So speaking of which, tomorrow night, Johnny and I will be back at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another 2 cents on nonsense. And so we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be talking about some stuff. And next week when we do another one, maybe we got a whole new person to go after. But also, hey, Nicotina, we're taking our show on the road.
Yes,
and we're coming
that
over
is
to the
true.
Nicotina show with that. So when are we
on
going to be over there?
November 1st, the Nicotina show, the Sunday show with ACS Universe. We will have. I'm so tired right now. We will have Enosh and Johnny Pop going over their show. 2 cents on nonsense. It should be really, really fun.
Right on.
Heck yeah, it's going to be
coming
fun.
that day. I'm off Sundays. I'm coming for sure.
I'm coming.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Be there.
I'll be there.
Yes. Okay, so also,
Nick, by the way, thank you for always yelling at me, going, "That's Tony from Vancouver." I always appreciate that on your streams.
Oh, I love having you.
Is that my Enosh?
I'm sorry?
Then never mind. So we
Sorry,
talked.
Squeeze me.
So we got that we got those two shows coming.
Yeah.
Also, guys, I'm telling you right now, you're going to want to clear a couple of days next week. I'm just saying, because next week is going to be, look, Friday and Saturday, you are going to want to pay attention to the Poindexter Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Because something so momentous that we've actually talked about a couple of times is going to happen that is amazing.
You gotta leave it at that.
It's amazing. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be fantastic. You are literally going to tune in and you're not going to believe your eyes. And
why does Nick already know what's going on and the rest of us are like,
because I don't know. Anyhow, I will see you guys later.
Tell me something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? What? I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it.
So, all right, guys. Well, hey, thank you all for joining me tonight. I want to say hi to all my panel guys. Nicotina, I know you got to go, but where can people find you?
You can find me at the Nicotina Show on YouTube or at Nicotina_show on Twitter, Twitch, Vero, and Instagram.
All right. Ambassador, where can we find you?
You can find me here on YouTube at the Ambassador Wing. You can also find me on Twitter at AmbassadorKosh7 and on Instagram at AmbassadorKosh5.
All right. Brian, where can we find you, sir?
Oh, you can find me right here on YouTube. My channel is called The Master of None. I like to talk about Star Trek and a little bit of everything else.
Absolutely.
Come on, stop on by. I gotta go.
I'll be on your show, Brian.
No, it'll be fun. We got to get something going. I've been wanting to host a couple shows here and there. So
what's funny is that like I'm tired and so is Brian, and like for us it's only midnight.
Yeah, it was only 2
like 3 in the morning.
Only 14 in the morning. I'm sorry.
And you can find Tony all day long. And here's a guy right here that look, Zentech. Be looking for some of his stuff. He's working on some really cool magical musical stuff that if you guys like if you guys like high concept stuff, man, he's really great, and I appreciate this guy so much, man, from Australia. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to everyone who does help the channel. You know what? You're much appreciated, but as always, nobody is ever expected to give anything. I just love you to come by and have a conversation with us. Talk to us. That's absolutely free. But I will leave you as we close the show today with our biggest paid sponsor, those wonderful people down at the Lunch Trench. Have you guys ever been down to the Lunch Trench?
A few times. Yes.
The Lunch Trench is a great place. It's totally made up, but here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is your moment of goodness. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Have a wonderful Thursday, and we will see you next time. Stay nerdy. Don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter. Don't let. It's Thursday here.
Well, it's Thursday now. Yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter. Don't let anybody tell you and try to give you a hard time. Don't let anybody criticize you or bully you. Always stand up for what you know is right, and that's what we're going to keep doing here. And whoever this Ebosh is, I agree. Max is better than him. And we're gonna support Max in his war with this Ebosh guy for sure. We're not gonna allow that to happen. And so not in my Winnebago. We'll see you guys next time.
All over town, people are talking about the Lunch Trench. It's the ditch where you can eat your food.